like a turd behind.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to MinusOneCHarisma, the second best Dungeons and Dragons stream
I did
on the internet, and we're
That's
just
the
gonna
funny
go
part.
straight. We're just gonna go straight to the player view, so you can all see
Hey,
Cullen's
everybody.
face.
Right, hello my lovely little pin. I think I should give you a name. What about Arnie? Arnie the audience. Wait, that's very hard to say. Maybe I should call you Andy. Andy the audience. Yes, I quite like that. Well, Andy, let's see. I've got quite a tale to tell you today about our greatest, latest adventures. Where do I even begin? Well, we're in this really weird land place where nothing is as it seems. This guy that said he's from our future, but also our past turned out to be an elf and not even that guy. There's the things in the brains and the... Listen, that's not what's important right now. What's important is that our friend there, he destroyed an oak tree. And you know, you just don't go doing that. So we ended up having to fight this big glowing lady who was actually really nice, but she had an evil cape attached to her, and I melted it with my heat metal and it came off her, and it turns out she's really lovely. She doesn't actually speak any English, doesn't actually speak any common or anything like that, but if you touch her, you can hear her. She's like a telepathic, or like a telepathic. And I quite like her. She's very nice. She's an Adghoradian. They was all wiped out. It was very nice of her not to kill everyone, really. And, you know, she kind of looks like a fish lady, but prettier, you know, prettier than that Melman bloke. He was quite ugly. Don't tell him I said that. Not that he could say anything about it. I digress. So, we became friends with Adghorad, the Adghorad, and she agreed not to unleash hundreds of angry spirits upon Adghorad, which was very, very nice of her, and she agreed to join our party. It's quite nice. We've got another lovely folks here. We've got another lovely addition to offset the stain upon my soul that is Fitz. You know, I just can't stand a little whiner, but again, I am not staying on topic. I cannot wait to see what adventures we get into with Adghorad and what kind of fancy things she can do. She seems like a real fancy lady. So we're trying to get back to the real world, however we might do that. The snooty elf bloke, he's taken us through, but he says it's real dangerous. And well, that's where I'm telling this to you now, and I really hope that we don't get killed, because that would be really awful. I wouldn't like that at all, no. Not all the fun stuff of it, adventures and song singing dying, is it? Well, I suppose if you die in a nice heroic way, they make nice songs about you, but you're never around to hear them. What's the point of that?
All right. Before you all, a portal crackles with energy as it shimmers and wanes, these deep browns and yellows, blotched and swirling back and forth. You guys all watch as the wildlings line up with excited and puzzled looks on their faces, not sure what to make out of this newly opened portal. The archivist pulls out a small orb from his robes, made of what looks like complete darkness. He looks to all of you and then steps through the gate and shoo! He disappears. What are you guys doing?
I follow him.
Okay.
Yes, roped together. We're gonna definitely
Are you guys
follow
all
him.
roped together?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the plan, right?
You guys all
I
start
wish
to
we
walk.
could have asked him who this
I'm pretty
king
sure
was.
that was the plan.
You guys walk. You start walking towards the portals, and one of the wildlings, without a cape, presumably one of the ones that had given either Cornelia or Pup a cape, runs up to you.
Betrothed.
Yeah.
Engaged.
With just kind of a look on his face, and Cornelia is the one that ran up to you, that gave you the cape. Kind of runs
Board
up to you.
shorts.
Yeah. And he just kind of cocks his head. Why? Why, TT?
My TT.
And it waddles over.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna hand out my hand and put the end of the rope in the other
Hey.
and see what they
Oh.
do.
Not our affair,
No.
mate. Let him do what.
And it holds onto the rope. Why did he?
Dresden,
Okay.
what's the
Oh
matter?
no!
You want to
Well-
leave him here?
Tie him up at least. Oh,
Or if I tie him up?
Preferably-
Pack is getting so big. Oh, this
And,
is like a real pack now.
Are you guys gonna enter in?
Well, I mean, do we want any more animals too? We could bring some trees and
We
some.
can take more.
No. No, we can't.
Oh, no! Why'd you say that?
Because I was being facetious. I was joking.
Wait, that's the other word for poop, right?
Yes, I was being shitty. I'm still being
Yes.
shitty. Let's go.
All right, you guys, one by one, shoof, shoof. You still feel the tension on the rope when someone walks through. It's not like it's cut immediately, but with each person that passes through, you hear this sound, almost of strong wind for a second, and then disappears. Just as each of you passes through. All of you guys roll me a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it, James.
I walked through with my head last, just trying to avoid it. Trying to avoid it.
A con save, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
18.
18.
14?
14.
Oh, yeah, it's a 9.
That's a 4.
A 4. 13. So, Dresden, you and Kelwise immediately walk through this, and your stomachs. And Kelwise, Dresden, you managed to. And then make it come back down, but Kelwise, no dice. It just comes spewing out of you, this intense feeling of nausea. And you guys, you look around, and it's strange. You blink, and there's no darkness. There's no light. It's strange. It's not dark and it's not light in here. It just simply is. There's this expanse of blotchy shades of yellows and browns, almost like a sea of old parchment without any ink or markings of such. You look down, and even though you can clearly feel you're on stable footing, you can't really make out any details. It's as if the air itself was made of this infinitely thick fog that just shields your eyes. And even as you blink, you notice there's no darkness. It's not necessarily hurting your eyes, but there's no darkness. It's like you can't look away from this expanse of... It's not nothing, but it's not substantial. And you feel truly that you're in a different reality. This must be the realm of the Hallowed King. And upon closer inspection, you find it's not empty. There's simply a certain sense of imperceptibility, because you can feel grass and soil beneath your feet. Even a lukewarm breeze blows through, but none of the details reach your eyes. It's as if you have no eyes at all.
Am I blind? Are we blind?
And the archer
She
just calls
almost
out to
is.
you.
Does anyone else puke?
Nah.
Okay.
Nope. That was
Uh,
kinda fine.
Well, all of you, stay close.
Can we see him?
Anti-magic. No, but you can hear him. He's
can
close
we see
by.
each other?
No, you can't see. You literally can't see anything.
The rope still attached?
You can feel the rope, yeah.
Aha! Glad we bought that rope.
I would suggest you make small steps as to not to trip on anything. We will move
Yeah.
slowly but safely. In
More
this
steps is
realm-
always small.
Well, there you go. I would suggest, though, a bit of caution. Maybe keeping your voices low. And that's when you hear, YTT!
Oh no.
YTT!
Gag it.
Cornelia. Handle that.
We've got any
gonna just like do this. I know they can't see me, but maybe he'll know the noise.
You
No
shh
jam.
him,
Trust.
and like in your direction, you hear, "YTT, YTT, ka ka ka."
Oh my god. If this thing kills us, I'm gonna die so upset.
And Cornelia, you feel something kind of pull on the rope until it reaches the back of your shirt, and just grab onto the back of your shirt and just hold on. And you assume it's this wildling,
Fits.
and you just yeah, and you just hear a fantastic. You brought a wildling with you. Great. Well, just keep him quiet. Proceed slowly.
Take my shield
I
out.
will explain everything as we go. And you walk, and it might just be that you can't see, but it feels like you walk for an eternity, and you don't hear anything. It's eerily quiet. It's like there's no bugs or wildlife, or there's no birds, none of the sounds. Even though there's a breeze, you don't hear the breeze moving through branches or anything. It's eerily silent except for the sound of your footsteps as you crunch through this soil. It's nice. It's moist soil with grass and everything. It's just not. It's so bare in here. Your footsteps
smell
don't
it?
sound.
Yeah,
What does it
can
smell
I
like
pick
in
it up
here?
and smell it? Yeah.
Does it
Yeah,
smell like
yeah.
parchment?
It smells like grass, normal grass.
Okay.
Does
Yeah.
the terrain
Oh.
ever change?
It seems to be just a flat plane that you're in. It doesn't seem like it's perfectly flat, but it's as a plains would be. You know, small divots here and there, but no hills, nothing too substantial.
Try to.
Mosquitoes?
I wanna-
Mosquito check?
Hey, Tostitos check?
Mosquitoes.
Oh, Tostitos. I was like, oh, yumma.
Do we got snacks?
Who brought
As we're walking, I want to like bend down and see if I can like just like grab a piece of the earth and pocket it.
Sure, yeah. Easily, you just take a chunk
Yeah,
of dirt,
that
and stick
won't-
it in your
That
pocket.
won't come back to haunt us.
Well,
That's what
yeah.
I was
Well,
thinking. I was gonna
except-
do that, but
yeah.
I was gonna ask first. I'm like, ooh, that sounds
No.
scary.
Hey,
you guys walk.
Archivist. You can see, right?
Yes. No,
You can see, right?
no,
What?
not with this anti-magic field upon us. The whole point is to conceal our whereabouts.
Conceal, don't fail.
Very good.
Don't let them
Okay.
know.
Let them know.
Yeah, I'll take some dirt too. Very
I
good.
know
Very
they
good.
know.
And as he says that, he says, "Oh, you're right. This might be a good time for a break. We're not too far, but I would like not to be caught closer to the other side. It's more dangerous than these planes.
I mean, I'd rather
What's
get
on the
not
other
get
side?
caught at all.
Well, there are many
we take
beasts
a
that
break?
roam here, and we obviously are at a severe disadvantage, right?
Because
Can they see us?
see.
Well, some don't need to see to hunt, which is what makes
So they
them
can't.
well,
Um,
not unless
I'm
Yeah?
sorry. Oh, I was gonna say last we left off, I was like holding hands with Air Karate, right?
Mhm.
So like I'm
Yeah.
assuming she's like by me. Okay,
Yeah.
so I wanna like touch her,
hmm
like, and especially if she can't. I just want to let her know I'm there, and also kind of ask her if she can see in here, because I know she's different. She communicates
No.
different.
Fish.
Even the Adghorad could not see in the realm of the Hallowed King. It's been a very long time since I've been here.
You've been here before, so you know
Oh, yes. The Adghorad are almost as old as the elves themselves,
it.
though we led a
Oh.
much more secluded life.
You're much nicer than them elves. Just real
Yes,
snooty.
Well, they do have a bit of a temperament.
All right, I just wanted to make sure you was okay.
I'm very okay. Thank you, Trust.
Of course.
I appreciate your friendship.
I appreciate your friendship.
And with that, the archivist looks around. We'll be taking a short rest here. I just need to check on a few things. Now, keep quiet, and if you hear anything, let me know. And you feel this almost a wave wash over you, getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And all of a sudden, before your eyes, almost scratchy, blurry, brown, dark brown lines start to appear all around you. And you notice, Dresden, your cape starts to glow. Cornelia, your dagger starts to glow. Pup, your staff, outlined in this brown light, the lightning itself flickering, and almost this inky, blurred lines. Rezik, anything you have that's magical, instantly becomes outlined. Not super bright, but all of your magical equipment instantly visible. As you can see, bringing magic items into the Hollow King's realm is incredibly dangerous, so we use these anti-magic fields, but I must recharge it, so it shields us.
So we're not shielded right now?
No, we are quite out in the open.
Okay.
Anything for
Put your stuff away.
And
25
if we're
miles
not...
could see us.
This is. I don't.
Cover
It's
it
like-
up.
I just stuck it into my clothes.
Yeah, and anything you try and cover instantly is like visible, because none of the mundane stuff, your backpacks, none of it is. Yeah. And Dresden, you put your cape on. Hey, you're back. You're back. You're back.
You know what?
How we
Shush.
doing?
No, we're not actually doing great. Okay, if I leave you on, will you promise to just shut up mainly?
Yes,
Okay. Cool.
mainly.
I mean, you probably should put it away because it's on your back and it's just glowing right now. I can
Yeah,
see
but
it. It's
you
very...
put it in. I put the other one in the bag, and you can see that too. Because the bag apparently isn't even here.
Right.
Am I right, Archivist?
Yes. Here.
Yeah.
Let me help us. And he
Please.
says some words. You can see the archivist. Everything about him is lit up. His whole body seems to be covered in like magical dreamers and such of different kinds. And he casts a spell, and all of a sudden, a big circular orb surrounds you, and everything's lit up from the ground to the grass to even particles flying in the air, and everything of yours becomes lit up in a small area. This is the spell Darkness. As you can see in this area, it has quite the opposite effect. A spell that covers an area can be useful, especially when fighting beasts in here.
Yeah,
So-
it does.
We'll just use
So
this
we can-
I
temporarily.
know that one.
So we can see now.
Oh. Yeah, and so everything kind of around you becomes visible in the same. It's hard. Your depth perception is weird because nothing is necessarily colored. It's just the outlines of every object as your brain almost perceives them, almost inked out with pen.
This is what drugs feel like. Cool.
Kind of what that elven item we used to go through the pit felt like. Just everything was kind of weird, inky.
Elven item. What was this item?
Yes. We gave it to your friends.
Don't worry,
It
they've got
was-
it back. We don't have your
What was it
items
though? What was it
anymore.
called?
I'll have to look in my notes. It's been a
It
while.
was like
Only-
this armband, and whoever
Okay.
wore the armband, they couldn't see anything like that was there, but it was like a mist. Is like what they. No, actually, they lost their sight entirely.
Yeah, we had to like chop it off the arm of a kid.
It was called the Unseen Amulet.
Cool.
The unseen amulet.
Yeah, ring a
It
bell.
kept us hidden from the bad guys.
Interesting. I've never heard of this. What?
Something you
Doesn't
don't
seem
know.
Out of the realm of possibilities. Well, there's quite a lot I don't know.
It was unfinished, and some elves helped us finish it, but we had to promise to give it right back, and we did.
We did.
The
We did.
elves
We
helped you.
Not,
Yeah.
not.
Interesting. So this is not your first encounter with an elf that is not ended in
Yeah, no,
hostilities.
Why do you think we were so, angry at you when we first talked to you? Yeah, hostile.
It makes
no?
sense.
Yeah.
Elves
think the
don't
last
spend
one
a lot
was
of time
the-
cultivating relationships.
No, which is funny because you have all the time in the world.
Well, from a certain point of view.
Well,
Yeah, I think the
Don't
problem
From
lie,
is
everyone's
Brendan,
point of
if
view,
you
I
had
think.
all the time in the world, you wouldn't waste it on friendships.
You
You don't
seem-
even use it now.
Me having lots of
I
time,
do
but I
understand that.
have also a lot to accomplish. I mean, what are your goals, Kelwise? What do you aspire to?
called you out, bro.
Inspired you. Well, yeah, I mean, really did. Before this life was pretty simple and I was fairly happy. Did a lot of fishing, did a lot of traveling.
Mhm.
Pretty simple life. Very enjoyable. But, I have dreams. Maybe
What
get
are
my
your
own
dreams?
place.
Get
Settle
your own
down somewhere
place.
someday.
Settle down?
Yeah.
Those are lofty goals, I assume.
I don't know. It seemed pretty normal to me.
Well, I strive to unlock the secrets of this universe. So as you see, I have a lot to do. And
Oh.
He's just a one-upper is what he is.
Yes, that's
We all
basically
have
what
one of
happened.
those friends, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
You're one-upper.
sorry, I don't have enough time to unlock the secrets of the universe. I'm just a halfling.
well, it's just,
Want a
it's
house.
just who you are. I mean it with no disrespect. It's just when you don't have the burden of time holding you in, it is very easy. Some fall into madness, some fall into destructive behaviors. The elves had a very trepidatious beginning, and only through rigorous training and mental fortitude we keep ourselves sane, moving forward, keep ourselves active, positive.
Yeah. Well, and the longer you live, the greater, the possibility of you getting stuck somewhere for eternity, like, rapidly approaches one. You know what I mean?
These are all questions that we have to work through, each of us.
Yeah, like you fall
in
down
our
a
drive.
crevasse, in a crevasse forever. Not great. 127 million thousand million hours, right?
Yes, that's the possibility. Although I think we still
How many
need
fives
to,
is that?
Like, this is a lot of fives.
We would
A lot of
still need to eat and drink. Our bodies are not impervious.
Oh, okay, so you will die.
We can die. Elves can die. They just
Well, no, I knew
do
that.
not die
you know,
from
you-
old age. It's not something you really prepare yourself for.
Well, in that sense, never mind then.
So, if you get all of the knowledge of the universe, what then?
Well, I suppose
Yeah,
I would
what
have
you
to.
gonna do with it?
That would be. I would need to spend some time figuring out what's next.
So, like, there's something beyond unlocking the secrets of the universe.
Yeah.
I sure
You
hope so. because
achieve
when I
all
do,
knowledge and
maybe-
then figure out what to do with it.
Are you
Yeah, then
getting
maybe
close? Are
find
you
a nice.
It's not the answer. 42
It's
is
the
the answer.
journey.
That's
the
the
point.
question.
Yeah.
I mean, there
How
are
many
some
fives is that?
who have made their purpose in life to,
Not me.
what you say, keep up appearances, cook,
hedonists.
clean. There are those in our society who have done that for thousands of years and take great pride in their work. So it's not that certain mundane tasks that need to be done aren't covered and are beneath us. It's just we need to decide our purpose and then we head for them, strive for our goals for an eternity.
You know anyone who ever made like a sharp right-hand turn about halfway to eternity?
There are plenty of elves who have fallen off the way.
Well, I don't mean falling off the way, but just like found out that the accordion was just the shit, Like 800 years in, all of a sudden, boom, just polka music till the sun dies.
Just a big poke ahead, you know.
Yeah,
After a
you
while, I
do
was really into
Try
poke.
and keep
Yeah.
an open mind. There are many things to learn, many things to see in this universe. Our teachings do not forbid us from trying new experiences or enjoying new things. You just must focus on what is important. An accordion may be the shit, as you say, but how long does that last? 100 years?
Well, I mean,
200 years? But then,
I don't know.
when it loses its luster, where do you leave yourself? Where are you? Again, lost in the dark. So we try and keep our priorities in alignment. It is the only way we can stay sane over such a long period of time.
Yeah, that could be why. That could be why the. It could be why the Magus is always busy though, because he's just trying to stay, busy, keep the mind busy. Like he's very. He looks like he's very, very old for an elf. So it's probably just him working constantly.
Yeah, or if he stopped moving for 5 seconds, he might realize what a fucking oversized douche he is.
Maybe we should buy him an accordion.
Boom. I bet they're
There you go.
expensive though. Like I said, a lot of buttons.
All right. Well,
Trust. How much is an accordion?
Do I know?
an accordion's a very, very expensive instrument because you not only have keys and you not only have the air chamber, but you also have all the tuning rods and
All
you have
those
all the buttons that are
many
balanced
buttons.
in chords. It's a very, very precise and possibly expensive instrument.
Right.
Is it like fixing a Rezik worth of
Is it like hundreds of
money,
gold?
or
It's probably close to 500 or 600 gold for one.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
that's
There's
pretty
about
expensive.
500 or 600 gold, you talentless buffoon.
And trust, you would know too that
Thank you. Thank
obviously because they're so expensive, most of them are decorated with gold inlays and such. Because only rich people can afford them, they might as well just go all the way. So all the accordions you've ever seen are very, very, very well ornamented.
Maybe
The
we'll
way
kill
when
a
I-
rich guy someday and you can take his accordion.
you. Noted.
By the way, when I said Magus, was there any recognition at all in the Archivist's eyes of who
It's
the
tough.
Magus
Give me
is?
give me a perception check.
Okay.
Because it's tough in this place where faces are blurred. They're just outlined silhouettes of almost
Okay.
blotchy ink.
Yeah, 13.
13. You don't see any major change on his face, but it doesn't seem like he doesn't know him. He doesn't. I mean, you can deduce probably if you were talking about this elven guy who's a douchebag, he'd probably ask you about it if he didn't know him.
Do you know him, Demagis? You crossed paths at any time?
The Magus, yes.
Yeah.
We were quite close once.
Oh.
We were born around the same time. We were both.
Oh, you look much better
around
than him.
the first circle. Well, the nature of my work does not demand the same vigors of my body as it does from him.
He's supposed to help us with our friend if we get him all the impossible things he asked for, but I don't know if he'll do it.
Yeah, ask him about Camden.
Well,
Yeah.
if one thing, the Magus may not be an agreeable man, but he is a man of his word.
What's the
What does he-
first circle?
The
Oh.
first circle
Yeah.
of the elves. You have the queen and the royal family, and their first circle is the court. At least you would call it nobility.
Anyway, you used it like
Time
you were
period.
It is a
denoting
rank.
time. Yeah.
It was a rank. Those are the first circle. When you are promoted, there are certain.
So you were
ranks
promoted
within
at the same
elves.
time as him, is what you're saying.
Yes.
By the way, anyone else want some jerky?
I'm good.
All right.
No,
Yeah.
I'm looking for the Doritos.
That's a little too, that's like extra way too cooked for me.
That makes sense. Yeah. Smoked even. Oh, okay. So it's not a time thing. It's a rank. Okay.
Yes. Those are the first circle.
Get a lot of them?
Generally, no. Only a handful of us. The Magus being
Oh.
one, me being another. More of an honorary title, a researcher of sorts. We're all...
I mean, aren't most titles honorary? In a
Yes, I see. But it's not... It doesn't give us any prestige, as you will, amongst our fellow peers. We're not above them. We are just promoted to
we know it's impossible to
honorary
impress
rank.
you guys.
So, do you know what the Magus is working on that's so taxing? What he's researching?
I don't have the slightest clue,
All
to
right.
be honest. We are all sent to search for individual specific tasks.
Oh,
was
so
the
he was sent
confluence.
to do this.
Yeah, who
The
sent you?
Magus- Who sent me? The ruling council of elves. The queen herself.
So they
Of
like
course.
all get together and decide what your life's mission is, and then you just go do it.
Basically. Yes.
Did you
It kind of
want
sucks.
to do
Well, it's
anything
an-
else?
It's an incredible honor, not having to come up with my own.
Think for
purpose in
yourself?
life. Well, thinking for yourself is well and fine, but it always leads you down a road of destruction and chaos, eventually. This gives me purpose, direction, law.
I try to argue with that, but we run into a lot of chaos.
True.
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
Chaos.
Also, you
with
gotta.
us.
You don't
Yeah.
run into it, pup. You are it.
Yeah, we run into you, pup.
It's true.
Oh. Whoops.
Well,
When you don't see chaos, you're it.
No,
No, you're it. And I play tag.
No.
no one
Pull
run.
her
We're
with
all
the
tied
rope.
together.
I like literally try to run, like pull everyone. Oh, I forgot. I forgot.
well, shall we? I think this has been enough
yeah.
time.
Sure.
And
The rest is over.
that field he had put up disappears. That spell of darkness he had claimed. And again, he pulls out that orb of his coat. And then it wraps you guys and your vision disappears. All of your magic just... And even that voice you could hear. Dresden, you could hear a really soft whistling of a man trying not to communicate with you. He was really just trying
appreciate
hard.
it.
You could feel, yeah.
Yeah.
And even that,
I just pat him on. I pat him on the shoulder.
completely
Thanks, bud.
silent. It just disappears. Whatever connection you had.
Wow, it's like when you heard a wind for a while and then it just stops. It's weird. Let's go.
Yeah, and the magus are the archivist. Grabs whoever
the
who's
same
in
guy.
front.
The archivist is the
Who's in
magus,
the
and the
front of
magus
this
is
line?
the archivist.
Who went in first?
Einhorn is Finkel.
Yeah.
I'll go first.
Okay, Dresden.
Yeah, dole out the
He
punishment.
puts
James.
his
Just dole out the punishment.
his hand on your shoulder and then starts to walk away, and you can hear his footsteps clearly in the direction. So you start to follow, and you start to walk, and you hear something off in the distance, a echo that it's loud because of the lack of sound, a shriek of some sort. Far off in the distance, and the magus puts his hand on your shoulder. Don't make a sound. Everyone, please. And
I silently tap that back.
okay, yeah, and you guys all
Pass it along.
stop,
Yeah.
More
and you start to hear
Yeah.
that screeching coming closer and closer, and the magus, you see this small pinprick of light go shoo, and next to you, a small, again, a sphere opens up far away from you, clearly outlining just a region patch of grass, some kind of spell, and the magus, gosh, the
We've got
archivist
smellnoculars now.
taps you and says, "Go now, we must leave." And you start to walk at a quicker pace, and you see this thing
Trying to be as quiet as possible.
fall right in that giant bubble, and you see it's just a head, but it's huge, reptilian with thousands of fangs, and the head just... And one of the things you notice is there's no eye sockets on this thing. It's just this big, long face, and it turns left and right, and you hear... which you can only imagine are large wings of some sort, and it screams out, almost deafening as you guys move quickly, and you start to see this thing just starts to beat the earth so hard that you almost lose your balance, moving farther and farther away, just trying to crush this small thing, this small patch of circle light vision, and you move for quite a while until you hear that pounding stop, and off in the distance, and you start to hear it move farther and farther away. Don't lose haste. We're almost there.
Yeah.
And you
What was
guys
that?
move again.
A boat sounds like a great idea right about now.
I know, right? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And you guys walk for maybe what feels like an hour. It could be 10 hours. It's really hard to tell in this place. And finally, the archivist stops you, and that field of anti-energy comes down. And again, all of your stuff lights up, and Dresden in your head. Whoa, there you are. All right.
Yeah, we are.
Here we are again. That was weird. Like I just fell asleep for a second. Now I'm back.
No, there you go.
All right. Well, how you doing? You okay? You good?
Oh, great.
You good?
Yeah.
You sure?
Super
You're not
good.
just
You want
saying
some
that?
jerky?
Oh, I would love some jerky. Although, it would mess with the oils in my cape, so...
Yeah, no. All right, I'll baby bird you later. All right. Good talk. Be quiet now.
I look forward to hearing what that is. And the mage starts to cast a similar spell, and all of a sudden, this huge portal lights up, and all across, maybe 50 feet out, you see this big ball of dissipating energy. The edges very blurry come out, and around this big, large portal, you see grasslands and such, and rocks, and the whole area. But you also hear quickly through the portal, and you see him
Quick.
jump through.
I'm jumping.
And all of you guys,
Just pulling the rope. Come on.
everybody roll a Constitution saving throw, but this time with
I don't-
advantage.
I don't care if I shit myself. We got to get out of here.
14.
17.
17.
Damn.
17.
Got used to it the first
21.
time.
Oh, 21. What'd you get, Cornelia?
17.
Oh, 17. Yeah, so you guys are prepared for it this time, and you really haven't had much. Kel-wise, you have nothing left in your stomach, so it's a little easier for you. And
Oh, good.
you all just fall a short couple feet down as you hit sand on this beachfront. And you feel, Kel-wise, something very familiar. This sea air creeps in.
Roll around, bathing myself.
Yeah. And you hear the sounds of the trees again. Everything is light. It's a bright day. The waves coming in and out. Cornelia, small crabs running up and down the beach, screaming. And
Screaming?
Screaming crabs?
Cornelia understands.
I want them.
What dimension is this?
Yeah. You guys land on this beach. The wildling too. Cornelia is still holding your back. And when you look back to see this wildling, let's go and shh. Holding on.
Oh, Cornelia has a pet.
I have a lot of pets. I'm collecting crabs too.
And the portal closes. And on the bottom, you see on this big rock dais etchings, which almost imperceptible to the eye. If you didn't know it was there, you would just think it was a rock face. But you see clearly there's a design in these rocks that was intentional, but hidden. And you look around, not quite sure where your bearings are, but you look to the you look to the west, and you see a familiar mountain range. And around you, you see up the coast those trees covered in that mossy, almost poison-like covering, that algae that you had seen when you had gone to the spire to get that package. And so you assume you're probably on the coast somewhere in that area. And that familiar mountain range was the mountains just south of Adghorad that you had gone up and over with the primer hoof to get home.
Oh. Kelwise, your boat.
Yeah.
What about my boat?
It's back at where we landed. What was it called again? Port Kinney or
Vivinian's
whatever?
Rest.
Oh, Vivinian's Rest. That's what it was, yes.
Whoops.
Well, I think I put it in a dock, and weren't they charging me money per day?
So we
From what I was
Yes.
told.
today.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Well,
were.
looks like they're not getting any of that money.
Well, I think
Yeah, they're gonna
get
sell it
money when
now.
They sell your boat.
We'll figure it
Right,
out. Maybe someone will like drop 140 gems, 140 gold worth of gems, and we'll just buy another boat.
We're
Yeah.
gonna need a bigger boat.
I'm kind of sad though. The Coco 2 was a nice boat.
And Thargan
The
walks
Coco
up to
3
you,
will be even better.
Kelwise.
Coco
Please,
cute.
You've all sacrificed so much for me. I may have a present that will vindicate your situation, Kelwise.
Is it a boat? Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. We'll find out.
It's a
I
castle.
will say that we need to talk first. I need to tell the Council of Adghorad all about what happened, but I'd prefer to leave your names out of it.
We'd prefer that too, mate.
Only
Fine by-
they're
Yeah,
a
that's-
very
yeah.
what do you say, litigious group. You would be bogged down for months and months of paperwork, questioning.
Well, not all of us, just
cross-referencing.
Cornelia. It is Cornelia Co. after all.
That is true.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
if this is a heroic situation, make sure you add Cornelia Co. in the mix somewhere though. And stories.
Well, I would
We helped
prefer
save-
to
We
leave.
can
I look
call
at
it-
Cornelia offended at like the bard wouldn't create stories of her about us.
Good point.
Oh, what you think I'm for?
Well, I'm glad you're going to expose this story to the council and take responsibility. That's good.
Yes. That would be hard
You
to
know,
explain where I got this armor.
Yeah, that's the
Why?
thing. You're not just gonna go in there and start murdering people, right? Like
No,
that part's over.
this was just to protect my ancestors. Mostly
Yeah.
did this for my mother. The thought of her spending an eternity stuck here against her will
Okay.
was more than I could bear.
Yeah. Look, we
Yeah,
all
I
do.
get that.
We all do.
Yeah.
We all do weird stuff, right?
Well, we've got a bunch of stuff to get to the Magus, so
Well, let's make haste.
Right.
Hey,
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about her, though? Are you going to? Yeah. And I just kind of point to Eric Karate, just kind of just like unsure what this means. What this means for her fate. Like,
With her, well,
Is she not coming with us?
she's with us.
no, I just mean like, what are you going to bring her to the council? What are you going to do to take care
I
of
don't think
what?
that would be a very good
happened.
idea, considering all she's done. The least I could do is give her freedoms. I will tell the
So she'll stay out
council
of it
that
too.
she was slain.
Yeah.
There you go. Clean slate. Hey, Archie, what are you gonna do? That's the archivist.
Well, probably spend the next 100 to 1,000 years trying to find the confluence again.
That's pretty dull.
Yes.
If you get bored, apparently, we got plenty of rope, so you can tie on with us.
I appreciate the metaphor.
Yeah. I untie myself from
Unfortunately,
everyone.
I've been away from my home city for quite a while, so I'll probably go back there and
Oh, yeah, get
report
lit.
the things I found before I set out again.
That makes sense. Okay.
Well, if
But
we
I
ever
will- I
see
will-
you again, it will
I
be a
will go.
pleasure.
I will go visit the Magus since we're here.
Oh, well, if you
Great.
want to put in a,
I'll
wanna
go with you.
put in a
at
good
least
word
that
with
far.
that turd.
Well,
They can join us.
I don't know that my
Yeah.
word means much to him.
I don't think anyone's words
It
mean
means
much
more
to me.
than ours does.
Yeah.
Wow.
You'd be surprised that that's probably not the case.
Oh,
No,
it's
I
like
think-
one of those.
no, no.
Like
That's-
because
wow.
you guys. Yeah.
Yes, we may treat you badly by your standards, but
You treat each other
It
even
is-
worse. That's great. That's nice.
we're stuck with each other for an eternity. You can, how
That's
do you say,
true.
Yeah.
I bet
rub,
getting lots
rub
of-
them the wrong way. The elves
Yeah.
hold grudges, like no one would ever
Like a back
believe.
No, forever. Oh.
Yes, we
No,
hold
like
grudges
if
for
someone pets
thousands
your
of
fur the
years.
wrong way and it doesn't feel nice.
Ugh.
Yeah, like that.
No, like
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it means. Rub the
Well-
wrong way.
Shall we go? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Hop two.
And you guys climb up those mountains. It's a little harder now without the primer hoof saliva coating your appendages. But you managed to climb up it. You've done this before. It's not necessarily cliff
I'll
face.
put Fitz on a lead. So if he falls with his stupid one arm, I'll catch him.
Yeah, and you start to tie around. Is this completely necessary?
Do you want to die?
I might rather die than be put in this position.
Your choice, bud.
Fine, we'll leave it on. It would make for a horrible story if I were to fall off this cliff and die now.
Yeah.
It would make for a
ignominious.
horrible story if you fell off and died. Yeah.
Yes. Continue, Dresden. I approve.
All right.
I've approved of this. And he turns to all
Tie
of you.
like too tight. Just a little too tight.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Right, you guys up,
and
and
away.
on the top of the crest, you see below you the entrance to the Allrock Mines, the southern part of Adghorad, and the whole city right in front of you. That big ocean, all those different houses you see, the Violet Dragon, the Crimson Buck, that giant amphitheater, the big, huge forge of Adghorad, and then those houses, and the big... the three main houses up on a hill to the northern side of the city.
Is the mine the place that is like filled with terrors?
It was
Yes.
filled, yeah. So they had explained that
Right.
there was a bunch of four-main workers, which are like large ant creatures. They explained to you, and they just dig and dig and dig under this dirt, taking ore and sand and dirt and just throwing it away because it's of no use to them. So they just pile it all up. And so they have teams of runners who just kind of run down there, grab a bunch of ore and such, and then just run back. There's no mining really in this mine.
No, it's just collecting.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. All right. I was like, yeah, I remember that. Let's go down there. Not there. Back home.
Yeah, so you guys wind back down. Where are you going first?
Addie's.
That
Yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer.
All right, so you guys head over to the Perfect Fifth, your resident Addy bar that had those rock spine Addies for a little while, and
Does everything look
Limited
normal
edition.
with like people and everything?
everything
Good
looks
question.
normal.
There's
Business
no, like,
as usual. Yeah.
Terrors coming from the sky.
The only thing you notice is you start to walk past up that road off to the commercial district, and you notice something you haven't seen in a while. You see this gray leather armor, a troop of gray leather armor, and a short man in front wearing really nice, clean clothes, and you see these Ashen Riders. Not a huge contingent, but maybe a dozen of them. And this man just kind of standing there talking with what looks like a captain of sorts about something, and he's flailing his arms a little bit. And when you get closer, you hear him reprimanding this man, throws his arms up, and then they march off, and you see the guy's face
Yeah.
just like, God, I gotta, like, you've seen that Dresden before, someone getting chewed out for something that isn't their fault.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I put up with this
I pull
day
a
in and
cloak
day out.
like over Calic's sword. Just
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and they all start to march down towards the docks, towards that rise, that big pulley system that takes you from the landing up to the heave-ho, they called it.
That's right. We're remembering all types of things. Look at us.
Yeah, and you
With
guys
your
had the
help.
perfect fifth, and your favorite resident bartender is there. You order some addies all around, and he looks, yeah, any drinks for you?
Yeah.
To wash them down? Around
Yeah.
those?
Yes.
Haven't seen you in a few weeks. Where you been, huh? What have you been up
Oh,
to?
you wouldn't
Starts filling
believe
up
it.
Mugs.
We went all over the place. We went to the moon. We went to out to the ocean. All sorts of just lie to him. I just
You went
lie
to the moon?
horribly.
You went out of the ocean.
Yeah.
The moon. He thinks
Well,
about
no,
that, like long and hard about. No, the moon. Say you say. I have no reason to discredit you.
Since
Trusting
we've been
chap.
gone, we just came back. What are the Ashen Riders doing in...
Yeah.
Ashen Riders.
Yeah, we just
They-
saw some.
They come from time to time. A lot of trade
Oh.
here in capital
Okay,
city.
so it's normal.
Well, I think them's there was with the Alistair Corporation. Big old boat came in a couple days back.
Oh.
Isn't that the guys that took you, Fitz, or is that a different?
The Alistars, one of the princely
I
houses.
untie him finally.
Yeah. And it was weird, but after a while, he seemed comforted by it, almost.
Yeah. Well, it's probably how he was raised, right? Like in the grocery store, just on one of those like leashes. Back over here, Fitz.
Like a
Don't
little,
touch
like-
that. It's dirty.
Monkey, that one like the little monkey ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we know the Alistar Corporation is ones that's like they're like super like deep into the whole pit situation.
You
so.
guys-
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
good. Like, they
Yeah.
might be looking for us.
Rezek, you would know that the Ember Rose married the oldest son of the Alistar Corporation, and that's how she became the warden of the pit.
Oh.
And the Alistar Corporation, they're at least what Rosma Edenbow had said, that the Alistar Corporation had deep ties with the Ashen Riders and such. That's part of the reason all the things in Capital City had been changing. The commission was getting pushed back a little bit from their jurisdiction, and the Ashen Riders were taking off. It probably
and-
is why you got fired. They were downsizing.
Now
a little
you
bit.
can read my lips. Oh, I see how it is. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I just am very
Um,
rarely watching your square.
That's fair.
Just kidding.
That's fair.
And I don't know how to, like, Rasma's just gone, right? Like, I don't know how to I don't have a way of contacting.
No,
Rasma
Rosma
at
had
all?
taken off. Yeah, you had heard he had after the Founders Ball.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
You had a strange, not quite an altercation, but a strange incident, and
Let's
he
call
had
it
taken off pretty quickly the next day.
that. Bummer. I still have his seed.
Mm-hmm.
Carried his seat.
Is that how
Carrying
it
it
works?
around.
Did I miss a week?
Birds, bees?
No, I have the oath seed.
Yeah, I mean, call it whatever you want.
She sucked it out of him.
I sucked it right out of
Oh
him.
my god.
Well, that's it, folks.
Nothing I'm saying. Everything I'm saying is true. Hashtag not a suck skull.
All right, you guys.
I love it.
You guys get addies and around. It's not too expensive, and you still hear the bartender. Went to the moon. Went to the moon. Like, really, he just zeroed in on that one thing and is trying to figure out what that means. But
Yeah,
you guys have a
yeah.
table. It's pretty busy in here. There's a small man with a two-stringed, what looks like a banjo, and he's just playing really simple songs. Doesn't sound like he's
It's only got two
incredibly
strings.
proficient,
Couldn't
but
afford an
but
accordion.
he's playing tunes and he's playing them right and he's playing them in tune. Nothing, no songs that are incredibly difficult, but it's
I
relaxing
nod
and it's nice.
along appreciatively.
Can his name be Banjo Reinhardt? 2 strings.
Banjo.
Django Reinhardt was like a famous. He had like 3 strings.
yeah,
yeah.
Django Reinhardt. I remember him.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't have 3
love
strings,
it.
right? He had
No, he had 3
he
fingers.
had 3 fingers. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fingers, strings. Let's not quibble
Banjo
over
running.
who killed
It was-
who.
Don't.
Sure.
How's Erica looking through this whole thing?
Oh,
Erica,
yeah.
you guys notice,
People-
I forgot about this. People stare at Erica because she's just got, you gave her a cloak, right? But that was it. She is
didn't put any of the clothes
basically nude except for this cloak.
Naked fish person.
That does cover most of what needs to be covered, but not
And we need
all
to
of what
do
needs
some
to be covered when
I'm-
she's walking.
Toggles on the front of
I mean,
that.
does she have like the similar genitalia to?
She does.
Yeah.
She has
Does
similar.
Does she have armor or
uh,
weapons? Or like
she
a
does have
belt
a
on
little
her?
bit of like that shiny, almost chitinous plates and growths on her, but for the most part, it looks like she has this greenish teal skin that's very similar to a human and very similar human anatomy.
Okay.
All right, just noticed this, guys, but yikes. We got to get. Maybe the girls can
Yeah.
handle that.
Definitely.
It was something about
I
her
will-
trying to murder you all that you were like, "It's not important right now. It's not important."
No,
We
it's a
did
good point.
ask, and she said she doesn't wear
Mhm.
clothes, and we like sort of respected that for the moment, but we
Yeah.
were like, we might need to cover you up later, and then we.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
What
meant,
company?
and also like just like emotionally, how does she seem? Does she seem like she's like pretty content, worried?
She seems like she's in a state of bewilderment, just really taking in this city. Obviously, this city means a lot to her, being from the history of her people and the people who settled this city. But she doesn't seem to have any kind of negative emotions. She seems to be interested in everything.
A poker.
Yes,
And I'm
Pup.
gonna like hand her. I stole the dress from the racist innkeeper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Gonna hand
the
her a
racist
racist
innkeeper.
innkeeper's
she takes
dress.
it and she like looks at it. Oh, thank you very much. And she starts
No problem.
turning it around.
I'm gonna like put my hand on her and tell her, I know you don't usually wear clothes, and I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but people around here ain't used to seeing folks without clothes on, so if you wouldn't mind putting that on, it would look very lovely on you.
Oh, sure. And she takes off the cloak, and when it
Wait,
falls to the
oh.
ground, everyone just
Nope.
goes up. Like the whole crowd is just like, "What is happening?"
Pick it up.
And
Pick it up.
she
Spread it
has
out.
it,
Pick it up.
Past
Spread it up. Pick it up.
darkness.
and she like takes this dress, and clearly she has like no idea how to put it on, and she starts to put it around, and then starts taking it and starts putting a foot in upside down through the bottom of the dress, like. I don't seem to trust how this works.
I'm very small, but here, and I try to like do like a mom, like they like
Yeah.
do
okay.
this and like put your
Pup,
hands
you
through.
and Trust, and
Pup's
Trust, you can
taller,
jump up
yeah.
on the taller. You can
Yeah.
jump up on the
Yeah,
table, Trust. I'm sure.
Yeah, no, just
Yeah.
go on my shoulders.
Yes!
There you go.
I hoist Trust up on my shoulders.
Okay.
Can this
Trust,
count
you
as
just
our
easily,
practicing with me on Pup's shoulders?
Yes. Yes, it does. You manage to slip this dress on, and you hear a few "aw" from the crowd.
I glare.
Around. Yeah. A couple men just like, oh.
I'll growl, also
Even-
like really
even-
menacing,
yeah.
like I want to intimidate them into
Okay, yeah. Roll it. Roll a intimidation check.
anyone who I see being rude.
Also wanted to like play with the mage hand and just like make the dress kind of make it
And-
harder for them to put it on. It's not too
Oh,
late.
God. Okay.
I wanted
roll,
to say.
roll a sleight of hand. And you got a 10 for your
I
intimidation?
got a 10 to intimidate.
Yeah, so you start to growl, and everyone instantly like, "Whoa." not trying to fight this
19.
party. I mean, it's a combination of like all the weapons you have. You have that staff that's just crackling with
Yeah.
lightly humming with energy, and Dresden's giant axe. That it's not hard to intimidate the common man, looking at your party.
Mhm.
What'd you get, Cornelia?
19.
A 19. So Trust, you try and get it on, and you're like, wow, is the dress getting caught? Maybe like, you would know that like similar to like a cat's tongue, it has like little cups in it, or sometimes things just in the animal kingdom have little hooks or something. You're trying to get it on, and it's almost like there's brambles sticking to the dress, and it's hard to get this dress on. It just won't quite
Can
go
I
over her head.
Can I roll like history or investigation? Because I know Cornelia uses this mage hand for nonsense.
Roll an investigation for sure.
Can I?
It'll
like,
get to the point where we don't even roll and we just slap
Natural
her.
20.
Natural 20. It's a little while. You're trying it, and then you notice Cornelia's hand just kind of moving around, and you're like, oh, she's doing the thing. She's doing the thing. And you know that there's only one thing she could be possibly doing.
Can I notice
Yeah.
her like noticing me and stuff really quick?
Roll a perception check, Cornelia.
Can I notice they're noticing of mine?
Oh, you're focused on messing?
17.
17. It's too late. Trust has you dead to rights.
It's already seen everything.
I just like realize I'm busted though, right? I could see.
I
her
do
Yeah.
what
movie
my
still,
version of a growl because I feel like my
And what does that
demonic,
sound like?
whatever nature would have some sort of a growl. I don't know how to make it sound different than Kate's growl, but Trust would sound different.
I feel like the demonic was like it's like more like deeper. It's like a hum instead of like a
Sounds like
higher.
a blistering guitar solo.
Yeah, like that noise.
Yeah. And her and Trust's horns just light up ever so slightly.
Oh, there it is. It's, I got it.
Oh. What are you gonna go fucking catch
Yikes.
Inspector Gadget?
That's
While this is
hilarious.
all happening, can I kind of nudge Thargan and just
Thargan didn't join you. Thargan
no,
Thargan
he left immediately. Okay.
went up to it seemed like he was on a mission. He kind of he walked the hill with you, which was
Bye.
probably more than he needed to since he can literally fly in this armor now. And landed on the other side, said a very informal, like a friend just saying like, see ya, and
He's like,
headed off.
peace. Yeah.
yeah, it was very unceremonious.
Later, suckers.
He
Yeah.
wasn't able to. It's harder for him to do that in the wheelchair, so he's really just flexing
Yeah.
on it now.
Yeah, now he's just really showing off. Yeah.
Yeah,
He did like a somersault. Yeah, it was like.
he's got a decade of Irish goodnights ahead of him.
You look good doing it though. You look good
Oh,
doing
yeah,
it.
no,
I'll
no.
say that.
Tight ass.
Ladies.
I tell you what. Okay. Well, never mind then.
Sorry. I apologize. No. I should have. I just forgot.
No, that's
That
the
was
whole
my
thing. We didn't even notice. He's just like, peace,
No,
and he's gone.
yeah, deuces.
bad. Deuces. But the archivist had joined you for Addies, and he's eating this Addie.
Did
and
he
they're
like?
they're like
Yeah.
sloppy joes, in the sense that they just kind of get everywhere.
Way better than
It's like you have to use some kind of like Soviet of sorts to clean up your face, to keep yourself after you eat it, just because
What you have arms
either
for?
your arm or a napkin or sorts, but you really
Help him out with I'll do some
Can't eat it
prestos and help
cleanly.
him
I
out a
was
little
gonna say, I
bit.
really hope
Yeah.
Gresic's just
You
over there
see him-
constantly cleaning him.
yeah you see him
It's
eating
pretty
this
good
thing,
though,
but
right?
like
Pretty good.
those small tiny little bites, trying really hard not to get any on him.
If you just put
So,
your just keep-
You guys are done, and you
comrade.
see
He's a
it's like
Soviet.
when you go to
Comrade.
Subway and you're
I
done
am.
with your sandwich, and the other person's like halfway through the first half of theirs, and you're like, oh, either you're really slow or I am a slob. And in this
Do
case,
you want me to help you make
those-
that really
slow.
extra? Yeah.
No,
make it extra. I mean,
maybe
it's
actually.
quite.
Yeah.
It's quite
Maybe.
well made. I'm surprised I've
It's
never
really
tried
good, right?
this
Okay.
before.
Wait, make sure it's not
I'll,
poison.
I'll only put like a little bit on the side. No, it's not the jam. It's the honey. We didn't do anything
Okay.
to that.
And I open up a thing of honey.
Like, I'll only do a little bit. That way, if you don't like it, you don't have to have the rest of it.
Does that honey have hair in it?
No.
Then what are those strands?
I don't have hair on my hands. I don't know why
No,
y'all keep
but-
thinking.
But you had like, we had like.
I
said that
have
you
10
had-
jars
like
of
done
honey.
something.
I have
Oh,
10
okay, so
jars
you're,
of
you're
honey.
pulling
I have
a
honey.
new jar. Okay. All right,
Yeah.
all right. You pull a jar without
I think
without
like full
hair in it.
squirt. I'm not.
I apologize. This
We
whole
just
time
assumed
I did
you were
think
a furry.
covered in fur.
It's like from here up.
Oh.
And like
Okay.
not on my face also.
You're just wearing the furry hat.
Kinda.
Like this.
Yeah, no, I just have like really like great, I'm pale, like great.
Oh, now you look like a real
Amazing.
I was
Soviet.
say, yeah, I was
Aw.
saying you look like a Soviet.
Okay, anyway.
Okay. Oh, honey, do you?
Just me.
And he like looks around to all of you, like
Yeah, go for it.
none of you had any of this on your sandwich.
Well, we did about
Oh,
50
Oh,
of them.
give
at that
us
point.
over some.
We're
I
full
forgot all
already.
about it. Yeah, give us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
guys, start putting on everyone's.
No way,
There we
man.
And he takes a bite. It certainly has a different sensation to the palate. I'll give it that.
Grows on you.
But I am quite.
Mouthfeel.
It's
I
that
am.
They call that.
I'm
sweet and
quite.
savory. It's like barbecue
Yes.
or
It's
honey mussy.
Interesting and different. But elves, if you know, don't eat very much, so I'm quite full. And he puts the sandwich down. I've had enough for a day.
You're not gonna
Waste
finish
not, waste not, want not. Right?
that? Yeah,
Oh,
no. Great.
please have. Yeah.
And I like try to fight him for the extra.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah. We're gonna need more.
I take a bite and then I hand it back.
Yeah, you just
Okay.
Passing it around.
Yeah. Double date. Cool.
Yeah, and you guys fill up on Addie's and ale.
Fantastic. What's the damage?
About 5
Do
silver.
you have any hot
pieces.
chocolate yet?
Like 5 silver? Crap. I get 6 silver.
No hot cocoa yet?
No hot cocoa. We don't serve that here. It's kind of expensive
Why?
in these parts. Where the cocoa doesn't really grow in these parts. You gotta get it way off in Zurich. They have a lot of the cocoa mines there.
What if Cornelia Co. were to import some?
Cornelia
Yes, some
Coco.
places.
Cornelia Coco.
Coco!
Would you be
Bring
interested
the
in
shit.
selling with them?
Go.
Yeah, I'll buy some. We can
Coco's
request,
Coco!
here and there. You know, you guys, you always bring interesting ingredients. I like it. If you were to bring me some, I'd pay pretty handsomely for it. You
I have
wanna
some
get
wrong,
extra
one?
spicy
Spicy.
jam if you want some extra spicy jam.
Spicy
No,
jam.
Hey, hey.
Just kidding. You can't have this jam. It's not for you.
Well, we got jam and honey aplenty. They sell jam just over there. It's not that expensive. You can get quite a bit of it. Cheap.
Yeah.
We know.
And you
Put like
like
an X.
shift in your backpack,
Put,
just
like,
like bottles.
X on
Clink,
those.
clink, 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 clink. Yeah.
Yeah, so we've labeled those very clearly, right?
Fellows.
Yeah, you painted something on the ones that
Okay.
were special.
Because that could be real bad. All right,
I'm
cool.
That's
worried
good.
about that.
Yeah, and Kelwise, you would know that this mixture, as most non-filtered poisons go, will start to lose its potency. Stuff that hasn't been processed. So, not soon, but over a long period of time, these things still effective, still not good for your digestion, but probably not nearly as lethal as it would have been. Though you did put a lot of doses in each jar. So
Like a lot. Like a week's worth of searching. and
Murder
reading.
jam!
So
So,
we
yeah.
need to use it soon because it has a shelf life.
it
Let's-
has a
let's
shelf
just find a
life.
bad
And you
guy
know the
for,
shelf
Trust.
life is
But-
maybe 6 months for something like
Wait
this.
long enough,
Oh.
and it's at a low enough poison thing. Maybe we can have it for a party.
No,
Inconceivable.
Maybe we can sell some jam to those Ashen Riders, and then Tress can have her fill.
All right. Well, let's leave them well enough alone.
Yeah, we need to go to
I feel like we
Magis.
close that
Don't
chapter.
you want to help Camden?
yeah, we need to. Let's go there.
We have a friend that's constantly dying.
Yeah, we
Always
probably should
die.
do that. Yeah, that was the main part of this whole thing. Yeah.
Before we start like poisoning assholes.
Yep.
Plenty of time for that later.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Our whole lives.
Plenty of time, my sweet. Plenty of time.
Foreboding.
Oh no.
Oh, my boat.
Like the lights behind Daye are all red too.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
plenty
there's-
of time.
Like some candles are flickering. Like.
No, that's actually straight from the lusty Argonian mate. So
Oh, okay.
Take it as you will.
Bless you.
There you have it.
Oh my God.
Should we?
Okay.
Should we? What time is it? What time is it?
Yeah.
You guys had traveled for maybe mid-afternoon.
Oh, great. All right.
2, 3, 4 o'clock.
All right.
What
You
day is
spoke
it?
at Camden.
What day
Okay,
is
should we
it?
get him? Should we get him first, or should we?
Yeah, get Camden first, and then we'll bring him over to the Vegas.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so you, Kelwise, you had rented a room for Ander to take care of Camden.
If he's not
Hopefully
there,
he's been renting that room. This
God.
I'm so
And
worried.
wow.
you go to the room, and Ander is there
Okay.
with Camden, and Ander is a little bit of a buzz going, and you see bottles and bottles in the room.
Oh, you're day drinking.
Hey, Kelwise, what's up? I had a little
no.
bit of leftover gold from from what you gave me. I found a cheaper room, took it, so you know. What's good?
True to form. True to form. Do you have any
Yeah,
left?
man. Yeah. You see a case just slide by, and it's strong, and it's cheap.
Pass it over.
He hands you a bottle. Oh, hey, Cornelia. Looking good. No?
Thank
All
you.
right. All right. Hey, Trust. Looking good.
Why, thank you. You look a bit
Span.
of a mess, but I appreciate it.
Ah, it's all a disguise. When he kind of like tries to take this pose and just wavering ever so slightly.
The cat.
Not one of my best days. It's all right. It's all right. We'll work on it. I'll win you over. Don't worry. It's just time. Time with me.
Okay, drunkie, slow down. How'd it go
Hell,
when we were
you
gone?
better watch it. You knows what happens when they like me.
Oh.
What was that? Is it something I don't know?
Nothing. Nothing
No,
at all.
no, you're cool.
You don't need
You're
to think
golden.
about it.
You're
Yeah.
golden. Yeah.
Avoid
Keep walking down that trail.
Weird. Anyways, Camden keeps to himself. You know?
Well, yeah, he's
Not much
constantly
to him.
dying. Hey, kid, watch out! I grabbed the. Is the wildling with us?
Yeah, the wildling's still there.
I just
Mostly
throw it
just
at his drunk ass.
Grabbing. It's mostly holding on to Cornelia's shirt, just kind of following Cornelia around, holding onto her
You
shirt.
throw us both.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
You just throw him at Ander.
Yeah, obviously, just to occupy him. How's Camden looking?
Okay, you throw him, and he's like, "Why did?" And then Cornelia, you both kind of fly, and he's just like, "Yeah!" And you see, let me see how this goes. Ooh, yeah, he lands right on Anders, and basically his legs go around his midsection, and his arms around his head, and just like
Face hugger.
And you see Ander just kind of like, what the hell? Get off me! Trying to pry him off, and he's just like holding on for dear life. And in the corner, you see Camden. The bed has been pushed away slightly from the wall, and there's the headboard, and he is behind the headboard in a corner, still kind
Like a
of
dog
wrapping,
that's dying. That's
capturing his
great.
knees. Yeah, and just looking down. It doesn't even seem like he's recognized you guys.
See how we juxtapose the humor with the horror? Isn't that nice? Isn't
Yeah.
that great?
We're real
Hey,
good
bud.
at that.
Hey, knock on the headboard. How's it going?
And it seems like his face is red, and his eyes have these deep bags under him, and his teeth are just chattering away.
Yeah. Should have gotten you a bite guard. Hey Riz, you wanna grab an elbow?
Well, should we touch him? Because that usually freaks him out.
I start playing my lullaby music that tends to calm him some.
Okay, roll a performance
Thank
check,
you.
and then Dresden, if you
Sure.
and Rezek are gonna try and approach him, both of you guys roll a charisma check
Animal handling?
buddy.
with
It's you.
advantage. Because of
I roll
Trust's song.
performance.
Charisma?
That's 16.
16. Yeah, so Trust starts to play, and you see his chattering stop ever so slightly. It's still going, it's just less. His body covered in sweat now that you're closer. It's not like he's necessarily any different, it's just stressed out.
I
What
try
did you guys
to-
roll?
19.
Can I try to
19.
emotional
17
support
minus
animal?
1, 16.
Handle animal?
Roll for emotional support animal.
Yeah, I want to like
Yeah.
emotional support animal him.
Yeah,
the way
roll,
that I
roll
just
a.
like him.
And if that doesn't work, we can throw the wildling at him.
I guess roll a charisma as well
I can try putting him to
with
sleep,
advantage.
too.
True.
We could give him the poison jam.
16.
No, no.
16, yeah.
Well, he can't
Between
die.
the three of you,
Yeah.
pup, you use your luscious fur, and you know it's a calming thing. And he kind of puts his hand in your hair and just starts kind of like mulling through it, really focused on the fur on the back of your head. And Dresden, you and Rezik slowly pick him up, very, very, very slowly. He seems
Carefully.
weak and gaunt, and you can feel like there's no muscle left on this guy's body.
Yeah.
Oh
Just
my goodness.
bone, and you see
That's
like
awful.
now that he's out of the shadows, his face gaunt, his cheeks sunken in, just a mess. And he slowly massages Pup's head as you guys walk him out of this room.
All right. Well, let's get there. Andrew, did you not feed
Yeah.
him? No, he's still rolling around there. Let's go.
You guys managed to get him out, and Anders comes with you, with his new pal, the Wildling, and you guys walk down the street, and you head over back to the forge where the elves they have their encampment set up, and you walk up to that guard who looks, and it's the same guard who had seen you the last time. You're back.
Hi.
I trust
Yeah.
you have business with the Magus. And
You
you
trust
see
right.
the archivist. The archivist walks up.
So-
Yes, we have business, I suppose.
Quick, everyone,
Let
hype man
them-
behind him.
Let them through. And immediately the elves see him, and you see that their faces go, the archivist, yes, sir, right away. And they back off a little flustered. And he just walks through. And you see the
Bitch.
normal tent, and this is the first time you guys have all been able to go through. Usually it was only one or two. And
I don't actually do that.
and the archivist with a little bit of authority just kind of throws open the tent flap, and you hear a man.
Hey, what are you doing?
God, this
Why are you right in here? Ah, Beandor. It's been a while, has it not? What are you doing here? And you're with them. What are you all doing here?
And the archivist, please, I have a lot to discuss with him. So if you have business, I'm sure you would rather not wait for long conversations.
Yes, of course.
We
Yeah,
brought
we
the
got-
things you asked for.
The
Yes.
things I asked for.
Yes, we
Yeah.
have the Oathwood bar.
Person.
The last.
You have Oathwood. Oh,
Oathwood
give it here.
bar?
Give it here. Give it
We
here.
have,
Give it
we
here.
have your pack.
Give it here.
Wait.
I want
Quick
to see
huddle,
that.
quick huddle. Okay, all right.
First.
We
He's
got a
holding
lot of
Camden
this
in his-
bark. We got a lot of the bark. How much are we giving him?
Not all of it.
Just a
You're
little.
gonna give
Just a little.
give your
Just
portion
one
to
of the
him.
jars.
I have
Okay,
one as
got it.
well.
Got it.
Yeah, just a bit.
I do as well.
Good, just a bit.
So we'll turn around and I'll hand him the jar that I had.
Hot. He just like snatches it out of your hands, very
hate him.
rudely. Snatches it and like looks at it. Ah.
We also have your package and that clacker heart.
He already has those.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
We gave him
You've
that.
got all your stuff. Will you heal our friend now, please?
Heal
Please.
your friend. What's wrong with your friend?
Well, he's always dying. You remember you looked at him once? Look at him. This guy. Right here.
Oh, yes, a terrible curse.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible. All right, back off. Make way.
And again, he walks over to Camden and waves his
hold him
hand in front of his face, and Camden, whoof, and the magus, to his credit, catches Camden before he falls over, and lays him down on the ground. Pulls his hand away, almost touching his arm with the ring, with a little bit of like delicate ease. puts his hands over him and starts to chant. And this goes on for maybe a minute or so. And then pushes his hands deep into Camden's chest, and you hear this almost like a concussive blast, and you see that ring almost shriek in pain and scream as it whines against his power, and the mage just slowly just pushes it, and the ring slides farther and farther away until and the screaming just stops.
Nobody touched that.
Yeah, well, I would hope not.
I was mainly looking at Puck.
Archivist, would you like to do away with this? Nasty business indeed.
And the archivist
Or Cornelia.
pulls out a small chest of sorts. It's almost just like a little box. And without touching it, scoops up the ring and closes it off. You will do away with this. The rings of oblivion are nasty business.
3 artifacts
It's a
now.
wonder-
3. We give them to the elves. So, just saying.
It's a wonder how he got this in the first place. How did he?
Oh,
get
we got
this?
that in the pit.
The pit.
Well, or you
Yeah.
could just tell him.
The pit.
What?
Really?
They
Why
might
was
not. He knows everything. He might know more about what's down there.
I know, I'm just trying to be mysterious like they are.
The pit. Interesting. I have not had the pleasure of going down there, so I
Oof.
don't know much about it.
Yeah.
You don't. It's not a pleasure.
The
It's where
humans tend to be.
Hoaxes feeds off of people.
And
Yeah.
you hear the mages. Hoaxes? Hoaxes?
Yeah.
What's this about hoaxes? And Theodor's like, don't worry, my friend. We will have lots to discuss. We'll discuss it after. Well, your friend looks, well, not good, but certainly in a position to heal.
He can heal?
Whoa.
No,
Really?
Over time, he will heal.
Oh,
Oh, we thought we were
Great.
gonna have to kill him. This is great news.
great. Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I can't
kidding.
speak
I
for
thought- I
his
literally
mind,
thought we were supposed
but
to
I can
kill him.
speak for his body. Yes, it seems
Oh.
there's no reason he shouldn't, if properly cared for.
Well, good. Get him an Addy. Someone get him an Addy.
If his
Yes.
mind isn't
Pulling
well,
out.
is there a way to fix that?
His mind. Well, do you know what this is? And he holds the box up. It is magic
The ring?
beyond anything even
Reholster.
I understand. We, as the elves, call them rings of oblivion. They're quite rare.
What?
They were used as a sort of punishment amongst the elves. In eternity,
What's the matter
stuck
with
with
you
one of
guys?
these rings. Well, those who fight against our laws and our society deserve much worse.
To be
An
to
eternity,
just die for eternity?
Yes.
Dude, you guys are like fucking dark.
Well, we have hundreds of thousands of years to protect our legacies. Our culture is built upon those who went before, correct?
Yeah, but I mean-
if we were to threaten that
Oh.
or jeopardize that,
You're great. Okay, but when you take them off, eventually, do the people are their brains broken?
quite. Depends on how long it's been on. Usually, if a ring is taken off, it's not for 100 or 200 years.
So then, what do you
Depending
do
on
with the
the point.
people after? If their brains
Well,
are all broken.
Well, we release them and they're free to do what they will, which is generally not
So
much.
you make crazy people and then just loose them?
Lobotomize.
Well, they generally tend to be very blank slates of sorts. We have room for them in our society, cleaning the streets, doing other simple tasks.
I'm remembering why we didn't like to hang out with this guy.
Yeah, no, that just sounds like it's rife for abuse.
Yeah.
You know, like the street sweeper finally dies, and you're like, well, who jaywalked most recently, right? We'll cook him
Yeah.
for a couple hundred years, and then we get a new street sweeper.
The
Like, that's not
innocent
good
Well,
stuff.
that suffers.
On the scale of things we deal with, we need a deterrent that is strong enough to keep people from stepping out of line in our society. This seems sufficient.
You just told us there's like people that just fold clothes for eternity.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I don't get you. Is all I'm saying.
It's a bit difficult, but overall, the archivist Magus, thank you for your help with
Yeah.
our friend and for everything else. The archivist was extremely helpful back on the island, so thank you for everything.
Yeah.
And
And the mage just
we should
seems to be
probably
just
bid you
looking at the oathwood, and he just completely absorbed into it. Doesn't even give you the time of day. And the archivist looks, Rezik, it has been an interesting time we've shared together, and I do appreciate you trying to help me with the confluence, though it did not end how I wanted. You
sorry.
went above and beyond, and I can ask no more. I appreciate you, and maybe our paths will cross again.
I hope so.
Life is a strange thing.
Life
And he
is a
bows
strange thing.
very deep and formally to you.
Oh my god. You see that?
Well, well, good day, and I will walk out.
Okay, as you walk out, you hear just from the tent,
Theodore, go away. Go away. I'm studying. I'm studying. Go away. I have this oathwood to study.
and you just hear Theodore. Well, we have lots to talk about, so I'm not going to go away. No matter what you say, I'm not leaving until we have
Yeah,
this.
sorry.
And then that's when you guys kind of like
Yeah,
It's
pick
just them-
up fits.
it's like
They're not
bickering,
Camden.
like two siblings of sorts.
Yeah.
And you guys leave, and the elves kind of eye you, unsure of how they should treat you. Now that you've arrived with the archivist. Yeah, you whisper that to them. Cornelius.
We come out like full
Baka.
Bollywood, just like motherfucker.
Yeah.
And you guys carrying Camden. Camden seems to be breathing easier, lighter. Now, not quite
Yeah.
not quite strongly. His lungs clearly weak, his body racked with the tension, but all that tension seems to be gone. He seems to be legitimately sleeping now.
They just gently rock him.
Yeah, I help get him out of there, and on the way out, I wanted to stop and talk to one of the gods. I believe one was named Raven, and I wanted to say, I know it's a long, Magus has a long schedule of appointments, but can you book me in there for about maybe a month from now?
Book you in.
Yeah, just pencil me in there for maybe like a month.
Well, the Magus does not really take reservations of sorts.
No, you said he
Oh,
did
when we got
before.
here, you said that he was totally booked up when we first got here the first
Well,
time.
he is booked up with his reservations. not
Oh, right.
yours.
Sorry. Yes.
Look,
yes. Okay.
we shan't be here very much longer, so I'm afraid we'll be back in Morgana in a month. So unfortunately, even if he were to accept your invitation, it wouldn't really be sensible.
Right. Of course.
you-
That's fine. Thank you, Raven. But we might be stopping by Morgana at some point, so we might just stop by, say a quick hello, and
I should hope you do not come to Morgana.
oh,
You will be
oh,
killed on sight. You know the relations between the humans and the elves.
right.
You know that though.
Is there a
Yes.
secret password or
The
It's a
password.
handshake, actually, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
A secret
instant
handshake.
friend of elves? We come in peace.
Well, we can take your head in, and not your body. That could work. Although
That's like
I
the
think
funniest thing you've said since we've met you. Look at you.
Making jokes.
Yeah.
yes,
Well,
unfortunately, you seem like nice people. But that's not.
thank you.
It's not really
Yeah,
my
you know
call
it,
to
right.
make to allow you into the elves.
Of course. Yes. We have spoken to the leader, kind of the elven community in Capital City. So maybe we'll talk to them and maybe get some sort of approval. We've done them a favor in the past, so we'll
Lexatreya.
we'll see. Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, she would certainly have the power to grant you amnesty.
I'm
Great,
excited to
great.
hear that. Dude, you don't know, like, we roll deep. We came in with Archie. Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
Pretty
Full
cool,
of
actually.
Surprises. Certainly.
Yeah. Well, Raven, you've been great. Thank you so much for all your help, and we will hopefully see you again in the future.
I hope so.
Take Camden's I like weekend at Bernie's Camden to throw up deuces at him.
Okay. Yeah, and they obviously don't understand the reference, but
Yeah.
nod politely to each of
All
you.
minor illusions, some sunglasses on him. Yeah.
I really thought we were gonna have to kill him, so I'm delighted. Like I literally was
Right?
like, we're going to have to kill this guy.
Yeah.
Let's see how he is in the morning.
Still.
Well, here's the thing. Like, yeah, it can always turn for the worse, Jaymes. But
Don't you do it.
a
Don't you
moment,
do it.
a modicum of relief.
At the very least, someone should probably be with him when he wakes up because it's probably going to be bad.
Oh,
Someone he
sticking,
recognizes.
Yes, I'm sticking by
Yeah.
his side no matter what, all through the night, because I had no idea he was going to be able to be alive. So this is amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Wow.
to get him like some soup or something.
Yes, all types of snacks and soups and
Honey?
things. It'll be great. Honey,
Some honey.
yes,
Yes. Honey-
jam,
honey-
but not poisonous
honey
jam.
No,
Yes,
Milk.
not poison jam. That's from a different game.
Milk and honey.
Yep.
There you go. Okay.
What was
great.
Camden's favorite food? You remember?
Oh, alcohol. Huge drinker.
yeah, he loves to drink. He loves.
Well,
to
I
drink,
still have
yeah.
this bottle from Ander. Here, we'll just hold on to
Okay,
this.
Well, yeah, until he's sensible.
It's good
Well,
stuff.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and by good, I mean strong. Really.
Yeah. Having said that, I don't know. He was a skinny guy. I never really saw him eat. I mean, we all ate the same shit, so.
Yeah, just a lot of tavern food and a lot. But yeah, let's bring our friend back to the room, let him rest, and I'll just stay by his side and watch him. You guys can go and shop or whatever you want to do while that's happening. But
Yeah, I just need to go and find some metal polish at some point.
Yeah. All right, so you guys head back to the room. It's getting later in the evening, early evening now. So you guys head back to the room, lay Camden down on the bed. It's a small room. You guys kind of crowd inside. It's not comfortable, but it's a room.
Yeah, we're used to not being comfortable. That went way better than I thought it was going to. Anyone else think that was like fantastic?
I feel like we should stop, like Rezik's right. We should stop giving away our powerful things. What if we need that for like a super powerful
oh
bad
no,
guy?
no.
No, not that.
That
one.
was a good one to give away.
Yeah,
Nope.
I think get that thing the hell away from us.
Yeah, the cape and the ring are just like they just suck your soul out. So I was like, I don't want any part of that.
Not this cape though, right?
Not that cape. Not that
No.
cape.
You
It has a
have
soul in
been
it.
seeming
It has a soul in it, but
different.
not that cape. No. Yeah.
You are changing, Dresden.
What?
You are changing.
No, I'm not. Fuck off.
And you guys have noticed Ander super preoccupied with Erica. Just the whole time you guys have been hanging out. Hand
No.
on her,
Back
hand on her
off.
arm
I'm gonna
the
just
whole time.
literally no. She's been through enough. Leave her alone.
What?
Back off. Back
No.
off. Nope.
Well, we're just talking. We're just talking, Rezik. You think so little of me. Another drink?
She was
Anyone?
trapped. She
Pulls
was
out another
trapped
bottle.
in. She was trapped in a.
He's not gonna understand that. He's drunk. Just
Yeah, just like I've been trapped in this bottle for most of my life. Doesn't stop me.
Cal-wise, can I punch him?
Pops in.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you no.
Whoa,
You
what
might
did I
like
do? We're just having a friendly conversation over here. All right.
Leave her alone. And I'm gonna like grab her
Whoa, what-
hand and like walk with her away from him.
Yeah, you walk her away. And she's just like,
away.
wow, it's a very interesting fellow, Ander.
I think back. He's a tiny, small little man, but he's Cal-wise's brother, so we stuck with him.
No, well, they didn't find him particularly troublesome.
All right. As long as he didn't try nothing.
Give it time.
Try nothing. What would he try?
Yeah, anything rude or untoward.
Well, no, he didn't attack me, if that's what you're asking.
sometimes men attack with their eyes.
Interesting. Well, I'd have to pick your brain more about this. And
Anytime.
she has a whole list of questions, and it's clear, like, it seems like in her culture, this is not even a thing that came up. She's just kind of bewildered by the way you interact within the general civilized races, the good races. And just the different dichotomies between people are pretty foreign to her.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab Ander and just take him fishing for like the rest of the afternoon. Just get his mind off of it,
Okay,
get him
yeah.
sober.
You guys go, roll me a survival check.
Okay. Dirty 21.
Ooh.
Dirtiest of 21. You guys head out. You guys head out to the beach, and you guys go fishing. And the fishing in Adghorad's pretty good. There's a lot of fish that follow boats. Nothing huge, but there's a lot of fish that follow boats. And if you know how, which you guys obviously do, it's pretty easy to pull up a bunch of those little small fish that just nip at the bottoms of the boats that harbor here. So you guys get a pretty bountiful amount of smaller fishes at the beach. Fishies.
Yes. Just...
If only we had a fire we could cook them on.
with firewood.
You know, fish is still good raw. As you
Yeah.
know, but lots of...
Sushi.
Yeah. I guess, I would probably just fillet them up, make some sushi. I don't know. I don't know.
Because wood is more valuable than gold here. I totally forgot
Yes.
about that.
Yep.
And there's a lot of the smaller fish that you know, Kelwise, as a delicacy. You just take it and shink right off, throw it in. Almost like an anchovy.
Which
The
end were you
eyes,
holding?
the heads, you hold the tail, and you just go
Okay.
down and you slurp off basically from the tail through the head.
Slurp it.
Yeah.
Ah.
So you
We'll
guys
all just collect this bounty of fish, and eventually later on we'll bring them back when we're
Okay, yeah. And
good
you
and
Ander,
done.
You and Ander have a lot of time to just hang out. And Anders obviously brings a jug with him. And as you guys are fishing, quieter than usual. Ander usually fills a lot of space vocally with when you guys are there. Quiet, a little bit more reminiscent while fishing with you.
What are you thinking about?
Huh? Oh.
You're just quiet. you know?
Yeah. It's
And you've been drinking. It's just it's
interesting.
counterintuitive.
Well, we seem to have been through a lot, you and I.
Yeah.
I was marked a white one, taken into a slave camp and sent here, and then watched a crazy man for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Not
Your face looks
normal.
good though. It's healing up nice. It's not too bad. It's almost not even noticeable.
You don't
I mean,
have to do that, Gilwise.
It's noticeable.
There's a giant brand in my face.
Okay. It's noticeable.
Yes, it's quite noticeable. It's literally the only thing I notice about my face when I look into a reflection pool. It's all right though. I was just thinking about home, fishing with you. This feels nice. Feels familiar.
Yeah, I mean, arguably this place is just as good as where we came from. I mean, it's a lot better in Capital City, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yes. Clearly. So, what's next for you? Are you staying in Adghorad? Heading out?
I plan on staying with the rest of the group, I guess, and we're gonna do some. We just had a lot of plans. I feel at home here. I feel sort of a camaraderie. It's a little bit like, when we used to have the wagon train and the family, and this is kind of like the new family. It's a little more dangerous,
Well,
but I don't mind that. I mean,
That giant axe.
that's had some ups and
Dresden
downs.
Mold. Oh. Yes. Well, looks like we both came out of this with scars, but stronger for it, right? Slaps you on the back. Well,
I suppose we are.
wherever you go, count me in. I'm on board.
All right. Well, I like to hear that. So you're not staying put here either. I thought you were pretty content here.
Well,
Well,
I like it here. It's not bad, but I do feel itchy feet, if it were. You know, used to
I
traveling
understand.
around, staying in one spot. This is probably the longest I've ever stayed in one spot before.
that is
Found
true.
myself wandering up and down the coast sometimes, just to wander. It is our namesake.
To a certain extent, I guess it is. Or at least it feels like home.
All right. Well, make sure you don't catch a bigger fish than I do. Throws his line back into the water. And then again, you hear him
I'm
louder.
glad you're coming with me, buddy. Just
Talking-
kind of throw
yeah.
an arm around him.
And after that, the conversation becomes much more normal. Ander filling every silence that could be filled. As the talks around in circles just to hear his own voice. But it feels welcoming. It feels familiar to you.
Yeah.
Talking about all of his...
It's home.
All
Home
of
is
the
the
ladies
people.
that...
It's not
yeah.
the place.
All of the ladies that miss him back home. And how he's like... Very like, oh, man. They're probably so sad waiting for me to come back. Oh, I can imagine their faces.
Yeah.
Which he knows,
You're delusional, but we
Yeah.
we know that already.
Yeah, and this goes on all night. And you guys catch a pretty large haul of small fish. But you make up in size, you make up in quantity. You lack in size, you make up in quantity. That's
Is this
what I'm
like way more than we could possibly eat? Do we need to sell some of this to like?
saying. By yourselves, no, but it's enough to feed probably the group.
Great. Then that's what we're doing.
Okay, yeah, and you guys come back with this big net of fish, and pop, you smell it instantly. The smell of fresh fish, fresh raw fish, outside the door.
Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's dinner time, guys.
Just burst open the door. Dinner's on.
Yeah, and instantly the smell of fish
It will be
just
soon.
assaults you
Excellent.
guys.
It's fresh.
Yeah, and these fish are like similar to anchovies. They have a very strong smell to them.
Is there
You'll have it.
is there are there places like that we can bring like our own ingredients to, like cook houses that then would like cook things up? Do you know what I mean? Sort of like kitchens in that sense.
Really, but there are. I mean, the Perfect Fifth you've seen they have a kitchen, so you could ask them if you could just use their facilities, especially since they already have a fire going. If they're not using it, you might be able
That's a
to.
great idea for a business, Cullen. That's really smart. We should make that.
Amelia, go.
Cornelia Co.
We're gonna own this place.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get killed first and then run out of town.
Cook with Coco.
All right. I mean, we can either just eat this raw or maybe see if someone.
Yeah,
will
it's
cook it for us.
just eat them raw. You just
Yeah.
we just
And it-
demonstrate.
I'll join immediately, as soon as possible.
Get them while they're fresh.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, and Dresden, this is the fishiest fish you've ever had in your life. On top
Yeah.
of that, it's very salty, and the salt just brings out the fish flavor. So it's triple fishy.
Yeah, the salt does bring out the fish flavor.
It's good. Those are extra nutrients. I guarantee you need them.
I don't doubt it.
You guys,
wash it
eat
down with this.
Eat this fish, and you're hanging out. And the night starts to wane, and the sun goes down.
My God.
And you guys see the stars, the dance of the ancestors, come out again. And you notice
what?
there is a
We do?
there is a lesser extent of those stars that come
Like
out.
1/3 less.
About 1/3, almost exactly,
Yeesh.
filling the city.
I mean, like good, but also, yeesh.
Yeah, the stars again. These like starfish come out, and they fly around the city, illuminating the streets wherever they go. with
It'd
this
be beautiful
moonlight.
if it wasn't so horrifying. Friends, that actually reminds me. Should we like be prepped to skip town if Thargan's news goes over poorly? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, right. That probably. Well, no, he's not mentioning us. He said he
No,
wouldn't
I know.
mention us.
Yeah, but
Other people
Yeah.
You know,
know that are
like
here.
people, I think people saw us sort of leave with him a little.
Yeah, but kind of hard to miss.
You know what I mean? Like we came back with him at the very least.
No, I totally agree. We should definitely have kind of like our bags still kind of packed, ready to go
Or
in any
just,
in any second. Yeah.
be ready.
If we get
Yep.
split up or something, where should we leave on foot? Just go south or on boat, or what should we do?
If we only had a boat.
If only we had him.
Well, we have to go to the Darthwoods, which is I think the Darthwoods are south, right? Were they north?
Over mountains or?
I don't know. where the
Northwood is to the
Where are
south.
the North?
It was to the
South.
east
Yes.
of Caravella town.
But and you could just walk there, or it was
No,
Rocky?
you have to take
a
a boat. You guys look at your map. You guys had that map that the bourgeois had given you, and on the map you see clearly Caravella town is far, far to the south, a couple 100 miles south. Over, and there's a huge
Heck of a walk.
the Mount
wow,
Bighorn is that big mountain range that goes across that you guys had gone just a little bit into, where all those different the cat where all those different barbarian tribes had been. You guys didn't go
that
very
we-
far into
we
them.
Want to avoid
Yeah.
because
man.
someone has like a date with death.
And for the most part, it looks much easier to take a boat around down south.
If only we had a boat.
Mhm. Hey, did
Well,
you
I'll
see
be
a boat
honest.
down there when you were fishing? This cat is huge.
No, A, but B, I think we would need a bigger boat anyway.
Because we have
Coco 2 was
with us now.
it was a little small. It was a little packed,
Yeah,
even
fair.
with a smaller group. I'm not sure
Okay.
it'd be able to make such a long trip.
Well,
So
maybe we
we need some money.
someone that can disguise themselves maybe rents us a safe house, like a room we can retreat to that we have access to that no one else kind of knows.
yeah.
I can do that. The
You know, maybe
disguise
just-
part.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then just rent us a room somewhere in a different
Yeah.
part of town.
Maybe Tress
Can we
can come with.
practice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because I do not know what to say.
For some
I would
backup.
definitely need some help.
Teamwork.
I think you would just say one room, please. I think, right? And then hand
Can we
them
practice?
the shiny things.
Yes. Well, how can I help you today?
I might need to hide someday, so
Oh,
can I
God.
trade you a friendship coin for a place to hide?
Sure, give me all of your friendship coins.
No,
Okay.
this is a terrible idea. Pup, don't do it. Cornelius
Just
already your
finish the
friend.
transaction.
Cornelius already your friend. She doesn't need the coins.
I hand you like a handful of gold to see how much gold I have. I just hand you like 40 gold. I'm gonna literally take 40 out of my inventory.
Cornelia.
Are you showering yourself with the coins, Cornelia?
Put it in my backpack.
Oh, in your backpack. I
It's
think
in
you're
my
just like
backpack
making it
behind me.
rain.
There's like a funnel built into her backpack. She's just like,
It's like a drawstring, so I could just like.
Oh God,
Okay.
we need to take Cornelia to the clerics or whatever at the Korseth house to get her eye healed. She's missing an eye.
I don't think that's
Technically
getting
healed.
healed. It's
Oh,
not
yeah, we-
fair
I mean,
anymore.
you don't know. You're not a cleric.
true.
Whoa.
They saved my life. I was basically dead, and they saved my life somehow. It's maybe possible if we ask.
Not somehow. We paid a lot of money for that.
Well, you know what I mean. Just like they saved my, like I was basically dead, and they saved my life. It's a miracle.
Well, we can, yeah.
Wouldn't hurt
try
to
and-
ask.
Right. Maybe while
I mean-
Trust goes and rents a room with someone disguises Trust, you stand out.
Trust and pup.
Excuse me, I can disguise myself just fine, thank you.
And you guys continue to talk
Should we
about
practice again?
the plan, and Cornelia offers to practice with each of them over and over again. And then the night
As long as it
wanes on, and you guys kind of settle down. Maybe some of you in the room, some of you maybe feel more comfortable outside of the room. It's a very small room. Camden sleeping on the bed.
Man, just sort of, dabbing his forehead, making sure he's comfy.
Yeah. And you guys settle in for the night, and you guys wake up to the sound of just a... And you guys all look, and you see Camden, eyes open, huge, just looking around. And that's where we're going to take a break.
You son of a bitch.
All right.
Rezik had spent some time in the evening reading some books. I skipped past it, unfortunately, because I had to pee really badly. But throughout the night, Rezik had spent some time reading through some of his tomes. What book were you reading specifically?
I was just like reading that new book I found in the archivist's tent.
Oh, the one with
The human
assumed
skin.
to be
Human...
human skin. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
look through it, and it's clearly a wizard's grimoire, full of spells.
Ooh.
All kinds of different spells.
Oh. All right.
It's hard to
Nice.
tell which each spell is, but you see that there's a sizable amount of things. There's some spells you know, and there's a host of spells you don't know in there.
Very cool. Cool. I guess we'll go over that later.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
So for the most part, yeah, you find a spell book. It's an
I am
old
very
spell
happy.
book. And you guys wake up, and those of you that are outside, you notice a small boy, maybe 8 years old, wearing red clothes, walks up to your room and looks at you. Cornelia call?
Is there no door?
Oh, God, they found us.
Who wants to know?
Oh, I have this letter for you.
A letter?
For Cornelia Co.
We just got a letter.
Well,
we
I'll
just
take
got
it.
a letter. We just got a letter.
Do you know
I wonder who it's
who
from.
sent it?
No, I'm with the Coruseth house. So someone from our house.
There you
Great.
go.
I'll hand the boy a silver piece. Oh yeah,
Beat you to it because I flipped
There
it
you
at
go.
him.
Yeah.
And he looks at the silver piece like, whoa. Quickly puts it in his pocket. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
For
Cornelia
your
Co.
silence. Thank you.
What?
No, don't listen to her. You're cool, man.
Okay. Bye. And he runs off.
Adios. Don't do that. That little kid is gonna like. We want good things with Cornelia Co., right?
Oh, yeah. I thought because it sounded badass,
No,
like,
it did. No, like it did, but
secret
as a kid.
missions. Okay, you're right.
also, like I said, people know where we are.
Yeah.
Who is it from? What does it say?
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Who took
And
the
also,
letter?
it was Camden.
Oh, what's Camden? Yeah, what are we doing
Yeah.
first here? What's
Oh, that's right. Camden. Getting so sidetracked.
Oh yeah.
Those of you who are outside saw this letter. Those of you who are inside,
Have Camden
you see,
read it.
you see Camden, eyes open, staring around wildly, lost, just kind of weakly looking back and forth.
Dresden, Camden's awake.
Poke my head and hey, bud.
Hi.
Hey.
And he looks up to you, just
Of course he does.
clearly he doesn't recognize you at all.
Oh, that's not good.
Just staring at you.
You remember me? That don't look like you do.
Okay, take your
And it
time.
looks like he has thoughts running through his head,
Yeah.
As he goes to try and speak, almost like a reaction, it seems like
Fitz, go
Nothing.
get some bread and cheese.
There's no servants here.
I said Fitz.
Yes,
Go
I
get
know. And there's no
some-
servants to ask to get cheese. How am I supposed to procure cheese if there's no
How is
servants
that a
around?
thing?
Grab- I
We've been on the
just-
road for
I
weeks. How
just
is that a thing
grab-
in your head?
I just grab him by the by his shirt, and I just shake the fuck out of him.
all right.
Cheese.
Yeah.
and bread.
Okay. I'll get some cheese and bread. Like a common peasant. Oh god. Just cheese, oh my sale.
We're back to this now. We're back to this? Okay. Alright. Okay.
Yeah, and he wanders off. Maybe he'll
Hey.
come back. Maybe he won't. It's a 50-50
Yeah, maybe,
with him.
maybe we scared him off for good finally.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sure I have like a water skin and just offer him some. Hopefully it's
Hey.
water.
He takes it pensively and just looks at it.
Don't be so
Again,
don't
no
be so
understanding. He just looks at it.
pensive. I didn't mind the old hey, flip it on the thing. You know, it's cool.
And he tries to mimic what you're doing. And then when the water
Yeah.
splashes out, like it almost startles him. Just like drinks a little bit.
There we go.
Almost, and it's weird. It's like he's trying to do this for the first time. It almost looks like it's the first time he's ever tried water in his life. Just kind of
Rose, I think we're gonna need a sidebar in a second. Stay with that. How does he look? How does he other than pensive?
his coloration is better, but his body's still very, very gaunt. Very little
Yeah.
muscle or meat at all in his body.
Yeah. Okay. Rez.
Yep.
I think his brain. It's not good. Blank.
Maybe a bit pickled. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's alive.
That's good.
He hasn't said words. We should see if he can say words.
Well, we'll just play it slow. Just take care of him, try to feed him. It's just gonna take a while. He was dying like over and over again for a long time. So
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
goldfish him. We'll goldfish him.
yeah. I'll stick with him today, and I'll just kind of just try to feed him, take care of him. And just I'll watch over him. Don't worry.
All right. All right. I peek over. How's he doing?
He's like
Has he drowned himself with the
trying
water?
the
yet?
water over and over again. And a few times he's like started coughing because he tried to inhale while drinking.
Yeah.
His
And I'll try to just kind of-
mechanics, his just natural mechanics are a mess. Like his
Yeah.
dexterity is not there. His vision not great.
But you look good,
Yeah.
kid. You look
You look great.
right.
Yep. Fit as a fiddle.
Ooh, I want to play the music I would play for him to calm him when he was cursed.
Okay, you start
Thank
to play
you
this
again.
music and your
He's on
first,
it.
your
He's on
first
it.
strum of your instrument, your ukulele, he instantly recoils and jumps.
Oh.
Oh.
Just like, oh. And he
That's
looks
just-
wide-eyed at your instrument. Totally
Just the
dropping
devil
the
lady.
water skin onto the ground.
Okay, I'll pick that up. It's fine. Then
I'm gonna be a little softer, but keep going.
And he kind of
Look at
looks
the nice
around the
demon
room,
lady.
looks to each of you to try and maybe gauge your reaction to this music.
I will go back to therapy pup
There you go.
with him
Okay.
and be like have that calm
Yeah.
Yeah.
pet.
So you
Gentle,
put your hands. He
gentle.
puts his hands back on you. You push his hands back on the back of your head. That really nice, clean coat of fur you have, and just kind of like,
So clean.
just kind of looks at you all like, is this normal? What is happening?
Yeah.
Like,
No rush.
And I'll
you
kind
just
of
look so
I'll
confused.
kind of also pet his gentle. Yep. See, it's nice.
Yeah,
See,
I'll just pat Trust on the head, on the horns.
I go.
Okay, listen to that. All right. Cornelia, don't steal anything from this man, please. At least for a day or two.
Do you have anything?
No.
All right, then. I won't.
Okay. Thanks. All right. Where's Fitz?
Oh,
One.
oh yeah.
Still not back yet.
No, of course
It's
he
okay. I have some like bread. It's kind of stale now, but just some bread and
isn't.
jam.
Better
and
than
stuff,
nothing. Yeah. Yeah.
Might have some
no
leftover
jam.
fish.
Oh yes. This is poison.
Not the I don't think
Oh.
the fish.
Okay. Yeah. No fish either. All right.
Yeah. And just let's I don't know take some time and just let
Maybe
him.
give him
Yeah,
some
you
of
guys take
this
some
berry wine
time.
in the
You give him some bread, and you have to basically show him, like, you have to force him to eat. You show him the bread,
baby
you
bird
take a
him.
bite, you offer him to take a bite. It's like teaching a baby
Oh.
to swim.
Did you get
Essentially.
a letter, by the way? What's that in your hand there?
Oh yeah, no, I forgot about that.
I'm just like, wow, I'm feeding him. What is that?
Yeah, some kid gave us a letter when we were outside. It's for us, Cornelia Company.
Oh, interesting.
We'll pop it open.
All right.
Is it filled with anthrax?
Here you go, Kelwise.
Okay. You haven't opened it yet, clearly. So let me pop it open, and I'll hold it far away from me. Like open it slowly.
You open it, and a small, thick piece of wood kind of falls out behind this. Not super thick. It's like a thin piece of wood that's been clearly etched with writing. And you read it, and it's a deed for something called the Pride of Tantanus. And in there is also enclosed a letter. And it says, to Cornelia Co. My dear friends, thank you so much for all you have done for me. I could not possibly repay you in 1,000 lifetimes. But maybe this is a
Try.
small gesture. Please take care of my ship, although I have not used it in many a year. And it's signed Thargan. And on the deed, you see Thargan's signature and a big old stamp on the deed, which the deed says it's transferring ownership to Cornelia Co.
So like, correct me if I'm wrong here, but like boat, ship,
Boat? Ship?
boat,
Do we know
ship?
what this is?
I
Hard to
hope
tell.
so.
Yeah, you'd have to go
Let's
to the
go
docks.
find it, guys.
All right. Yeah. I'll stick with Camden for a bit. Why don't you guys go find out about that?
Yeah, I'll hang here with Camden as well.
I've already left.
I'll go with him too.
All right, you guys head down.
I ran
You guys, yeah, you guys run out the door chasing Kelwise, who's just like, screw you guys. You
Wait,
run over.
should someone stay with Camden?
Yeah, Rez and I are.
Oh, okay.
And go.
You head over. There's a long line at the heave ho to go down. So impatiently, you stand in line, waiting, rocking foot to foot for this
I get to
thing. You
pee.
finally get your time. And down this giant slope, you run across the docks, and there's a large grouping of ships docked. And you guys would know that the left side of the dock seems to be more where the royal ships come in, like the big, really nice, expensive stuff, and also the founding houses. They tend to have a lot of ships in that area, whereas the south end of the docks, where you guys had initially put your boats, is a lot more of like a, what you'd consider like a marina with a lot of smaller boats on it.
Shitty.
Small, private boats.
I mean, I don't want to be presumptuous, but should we should we try the nice area first? I mean, there's less boats.
Maybe
So-
there's someone we can ask.
If he gave us a fucking rowboat, I'm gonna cry laughing.
This one comes with the deed, so I hope.
It'd probably be a very nice rowboat.
James like crosses something off.
Not
Like
a
5.5
rowboat.
feet long.
It's not
Is this
larger
a
than
rowboat
20
for
feet
ants?
long. I quit.
The
Roll a
piece of
d6
wood.
for length. Yeah, I just want to. Ships have names on them.
So
We
you
should
walk
see a name.
over to the nicer
get that
end
on
of
a
the docks,
shirt?
and you see
Yeah,
a dockmaster with a big manifest, just kind of writing things down. And he looks up to you. Clearly, this is not really like a public space, but he looks up, not discourteously. Hello. Can I help you?
Hi.
Hi.
You can.
All right.
I'm looking for our ship.
Your ship. What's
Our
the name
ship.
of your ship?
The Pride of Tantanus?
The Pride of Tantanus. Well, that is a Quilliseth ship.
Yeah. We got this thing right here.
May I?
It's a piece of wood. Yeah, here you go.
And he looks at it, reads it over, looks at the seal and the signature, takes his book and flips through a few pages and like checks the signature. Well, this looks good. I'll take you to his ship. And he walks you down the dock, and towards the end of the dock, there's some. It's not the huge ships. It's like the medium-sized ships is on the small north end of the dock, and he takes you into that area, and he walks you up, and you see a ship that's painted green, but the paint is very, very old. It's got like, just the sun has beaten down on this paint for a long time, and the boat doesn't look like it's in great repair, but it doesn't look like it's terrible. And you see there's a older man walking around on the ship's dock, no shirt on, barely anything, what we'd call shorts, but they're barely shorts on, and he's just kind of scrubbing the deck a little bit, and he points over and you see in broken paint chips and such what would have been Pride of Tantanus a long time ago, but the paint has just been chipped off. And this boat is maybe 60 by 20 feet. It's got one big long mast. It's a sloop of sorts. And you think you could fit anywhere from 15 to 20 people on board.
Wow.
Does it have a cargo hold?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Let's get on there.
Yeah, let's get on there.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to slap the side of the ship as we walk up it. Just like hit it, test it for seaworthiness.
You can fit so many adventures in here.
Yeah, I want to see like if paint chips fly off.
Like,
just
lick your
kinda-
hand, like.
Yeah. Yes. That.
Okay. Yeah, and then the dockmaster kind of nods to you and heads off. Now that you see your ship, and you walk up the plank, and that older man looks up at you. Oi, who are you?
We're the ship owners.
Ship owners?
Yeah,
Quilliseth ship.
Yes, it was.
Dog and sell this ship.
It's got not exactly sold, but it was gifted to us, and we have a piece of wood. It says so right here.
Oh, really? And he looks at the deed. Yeah, can't read. So, I'll take your word for it.
Me
See
either.
that? The dockmaster.
Stamp, right?
Yeah, he vouched for you, so suppose he knows what he's talking about, yeah.
Well,
Well-
I guess he does.
Well,
Who are you?
I'm the caretaker of this here fine vessel.
And what's your
At
name, caretaker?
service. I am Slug.
Slug.
Yeah, Slug. I've been on this ship for many years. Many years indeed.
Wait,
Oh
I
my-
take care of it.
do you know how to count?
Count. Of course
Yeah.
I know how to count. Who doesn't know how to count?
To what number?
To a number.
Yeah.
There's an endless number of numbers.
Oh.
I can count to all of them, if I need to. Don't really need to right now, do I?
Never mind.
Well, numbers
By the way-
aside, nice to meet you, Slug.
Hi. Yes.
Want to
I'm a
give us a?
caretaker.
What do you take?
He takes care of the ship.
Do you paint it or?
Well, no, clearly he
Paint it.
doesn't paint it.
Yeah. What have you been taking
no,
care of?
no, we'll just clean it off, make sure it doesn't sink to the bottom of the sea. I will admit, did not expect anyone to be coming for this ship anytime soon. It's been out of commissions of sorts ever since that nasty business with Argon. And the clacker, doesn't sail much anymore. Not one for adventure. What?
When was that?
I'm not there.
Oh.
I am.
It was,
I just asked.
it was many years ago. It's a very high number. Long time.
But like, how many
I was-
fives?
How many fives?
Yeah. How many
Well,
fives ago was it?
Fives? Yeah, a load of fives. Many fives. 5 fives. 4 fives. It's not important. I mean, you've kept this
You've been
boat
here
in
for
repair. Hey, let me
20.
give you a tour. Come on. You
Yeah,
ship
please.
owners. May I ask each of your names?
I'm Kelwise. Wandergaze.
Kelwise.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Cornelia.
Cornelia, of course, Cornelia. And you with the
My na-
fives. Oh,
Oh, I'm Pup.
Pup.
Yeah.
Interesting name, Pup. Very short. I like it.
No, I'm like medium.
Yeah, no.
They're short.
Oh, all right.
Hey.
And you short
Not bad.
with the horns. There's spikies on your head.
My name's Trust.
So you come with the ship,
Because you're
Slug?
trustworthy. Oh, yeah. I live and die for this ship. I live with this vessel.
Nice.
Pride of my
Yep.
heart.
Well, you have new captain now.
Oh,
Think I-
one of you's the captain. Who's the captain?
Me.
You're the captain.
Okay.
Ah, oh, nice to meet you. What are the vessels have you captained? Nothing like a galleon of sorts, right?
You
Schooners,
know,
sloops.
dinghies. I'm not the
Dinghies?
captain. This is the captain, Kelwise.
Wait, dinghy? There's a rowboat.
A dinghy and a sailboat. He's, we need help.
We've been on a similar sized ship before. It was a little bit ago. We don't have much
Ah.
experience, but
You captained a ship this size. Well, then you'll be fine. No matter. I'll
For-
give you all
for a
my
few
guidance. I
nights.
know how to sail. I've been on the seas ish adjacent for many years. Many years now. Technically on the seas. Mostly docked here. But, I'll get her moving. It's like
Let's
riding
try.
it's like riding a dinghy. Once you learn, you never go. You never forget.
Slug, as long as you can keep the barnacles off, I'm sure we'll be just fine.
Oh,
But
yeah.
please,
Very important.
give us the
keeping
tour.
the barnacles off. All right. Well, come here. He walks you up on the board, and it's not a huge ship. You see, it's a large single-masted ship. It does have a back area, and then a small, which you look like a small area in the back that he opens up, covered. And there's like a row of lockers, and then a single cot in the back. It's not huge, but you could fit maybe 4 or 5 people in there, not super comfortably, but there are some like lockers and such. And you look underneath, and there's this. He pulls up this hatch, and you can go pretty deep below, and it looks like there's a sizable cargo hold. And as he's giving you the tour, he mentions this vessel, single-masted. It's got a little area on the back for your stuff for anyone who wants to take a nap, and it holds around 2 tons cargo down here in this hold. So you're not
Is
going to
there
mount
anything in
any. No, it
It's
seems to be
empty
just
ship.
total empty,
Furniture a little bit?
and it
Okay.
seems very dusty down here.
Hmm.
It looks like someone has
No.
like half cleaned it, but not great.
but it's not leaking, right?
It doesn't seem to be leaking. Yeah, it seems like this guy took care of the ship in all the ways that like the absolute necessities of the ship were taken care of to keep it afloat. But it's not a pretty ship by any means.
You're frozen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Can we all make that
Thank-
face? James is frozen, huh?
Oh, I didn't notice. Damn it. Why does this keep happening to me?
It's a good face to get stuck on, though.
Oh, look, you can see
Oh.
my lady.
I'm still in.
Lady,
Hey, lady.
you're touching their boobs.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the hat.
He's back.
I'm back. Everyone.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I
Yes,
am
who's back?
DM now.
Yeah. So Slug gives you the tour. It's not a huge ship. There's not much to it, but it looks like it'll sail well. The sails look to be in good repair. Everything
Yeah,
looks
and
good.
I just want to have him walk all of us through like how to raise and lower the sails, like where the anchor is.
And he goes through everything, and he gives you the pertinent information you need to know.
Do we have
is
any
that-
D's?
Any D's?
Dinghies?
Oh, dinghies.
I
There's
also
no-
heard D's. I was
There's
like,
no dinghy. This ship isn't big enough to have.
D's, no-
This is. Are there any D's?
Calm down, Space Daddy.
This ship really isn't big enough to host a dinghy on board. There
Pup,
wouldn't be
this is
really any
like a
space.
dinghy, but big, like a big dinghy.
You're a big ding.
The big
And,
thingy.
He shows you
Oh,
all
big
the ups
D.
and downs of the ship, and you basically need 4 crew members to run this ship effectively. You can probably do it with 2, but you'd be moving real slow, and everyone would have to double up. So you need at least 4 crew members to do this. You can fit 20 people aboard this ship, at least not super comfortably, but you could fit a maximum of about 20 people on the ship. And you can also haul about 2 tons of cargo beneath the hold before it starts to really lag.
Crow's nest?
There is a crow's nest on the mast.
Is there a
Small,
bell?
Very small. And it's not really like a big crow's nest. There's no bell. It's more of just like you could climb up there, and it's more of just someone, a place for someone to climb up, sit while if they needed to re-rig something with rope and such like that. It's not really a
If you're
place you can hang
generally
out.
smaller than a human, is it more spacious?
Up top?
Yeah, in the crow's nest.
Yes. Yes, but
Yes.
there's not really like walls, so you would be sitting up there kind of holding on.
No,
could-
okay.
You could build a
We can-
crow's nest.
we
It's
can
like
fix
there's like a little chair up there to help when you're rigging, like a little
crow's
slat.
chair.
A crow's chair.
Sure.
Yeah, a crow's
Botswan's-
perch,
yeah.
more like.
A crow's perch. All right.
Does it have a
I call
flag?
That room.
Talking about the mast, not the crow's nest. I'm talking about the pole.
I call that pole. My room. Sorry.
It's,
Anyone gonna argue with it? No?
no.
No, seems fine.
No.
Pup?
You want
Yes.
the
I
mast
think it's yours.
Yeah.
is your room.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks to you guys like, does this make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the mast is all yours.
Yes.
You can tell I'm gonna have some interesting stories with you lads, huh?
You're in
Oh,
for an
absolutely.
adventure.
All right. Well, when we setting off?
Maybe we should.
need a destination first.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah,
kind of
I'm
got a
ready to
destination,
leave.
but
Usually helps having a destination.
Oh wait, I know what our
Carry
I know what our destination is. I think.
Caravella Town.
And as you guys
What?
are talking about that, you hear someone arguing on the docks. 2 men. One, a very overweight man in nice clothes, and he's just kind of waving his hand like this. And then you see someone super familiar. The guy, the man you had seen when you had taken the primer hoof off into the. I had it open. God, now I'm forgetting his name. Great. I'm prepared. I swear.
Good
Professional.
Buns?
No,
Cup?
not good buns.
Cup.
Karta.
Court.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Zartok?
Zartok.
Oh.
That's right. Zartok is like arguing loudly on the dock, just down
down a little bit. You guys see him.
Do we like that guy?
Yeah. Wait.
And this
Sorry.
kinda-
What place were you all yelling at me? Where?
Caravella Town.
I've never heard of
it's-
that.
You need to go there first and then go to the Darthwoods.
Caravella Town? When was this a thing? I don't have this anywhere in my notes.
There was a man
Caravella-
named Daye who showed up who looked like Dresden, and he
Yeah.
told Pup that Pup needed to come with him to Caravella Town to get to the Darthwood immediately.
Oh,
And-
okay. I just have Darthwood. Okay.
He was slightly
Yeah.
less handsome than Tristan, though.
Yeah, he did have this giant scar down his face.
Okay.
But more
He's
jacked,
little.
I think he said. I think he's more muscular than
He
Dresden was, I
definitely
think.
Definitely
had
not.
more
Definitely
creatine in his muscles.
Maybe a little. Okay.
He's
Oh,
taller.
but yeah,
though,
and then
I'm sure.
Zartok is the guy. Zartok's the guy that you guys
Zartok.
traveled with
Yeah.
very good buns.
Yes, who had stayed behind to fill up on goods to bring back. When you guys came back with good buns.
Yeah, that guy.
And you see them arguing, and the man just kind of waves his hand, the fat man, and throws his hands up and marches off angrily. And you see Zartok just kind of perturbed.
Should we call him up here, or?
I mean, he was really nice to us.
Turns over and sees you guys. Ah,
Hey,
friends. Ah, imagine seeing you here. What is this fine vessel you have here?
I was just checking it out. What's going on with the man over there? What's you arguing about?
Ah, I'm afraid it's... times have changed. Not, it is not it used to be. You know, they make promises to you, and they do not hold up these promises. He was supposed to take a small shipment of mine to a city down south called Seashell Daye. It is on the Savage Coast, have you heard?
No.
can't say we have.
Ah, yes, Seashell Daye. It is part of a small group, mostly farmers and such. Yeah,
In
they offer to
Savage
take these
Coast?
goods on the Savage Coast. Yes,
Is that dangerous?
it used to be dangerous. Now has been settled by humans. So it is just
Is
a
it-
small farm town.
Is
Not
it
so
anywhere
savage.
near?
Caravella Town?
Caravella Town.
Caravella town. Well, it is along the way. Yes, not many stop there unless you're shipping things, but it is along the way to Caravella town.
Shipping things, you say?
Yes, well, they trade in mostly farmed goods and such. That's what they export. But we bring in, they need things like scrap metal, woods, iron, nails, tools, and such. And that is what I bring them. Oil for their lamps, such things. And now I have lost my shipper. But
That's too bad.
you seem to have a nice boat here. Would you be heading that way? You ask about Caravella Town?
Group huddle.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole group isn't here, and before we decide where we're going, we should probably talk to everyone.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was afraid of. Don't want to get yelled at by Dresden. A lot of yelling he does.
Yeah, and miming.
It's more
So-
Lots
like
of miming. Much of it.
a quiet rage.
Yeah, you like
Yeah.
mime yells. It's even
Lots of
worse 'cause it's
communication
intense.
issues, that one.
Like,
Really can't figure out how to get his point across the best way.
Mm.
hear
yeah,
in
a
the
lot
background.
of emotional walls built up over time of trauma
So
and
many.
like dealing with life and stuff. Yeah,
Really not in touch with his feminine side or his artistic nature.
I'm not sure if he's ever touched a feminine side, honestly, at this point.
That's a good point, Pop. Maybe if he paid for it.
We should have kept the ring, start him
Kind of
over.
cheap,
You
I
know?
doubt it.
So what I'm
Anyway.
hearing is we need to talk to Dresden. So maybe a soft yes for now.
Ah, well,
Maybe-
well,
Yeah.
this is a shipment that needs to go out in the next few days, so please let me know quickly. I will be looking for another shipping partner, but
Soft yes,
I will
hard
hold,
maybe.
I will hold off on inquiries until tonight. Does that sound good?
Do they happen to
Yeah.
be like 120 feet away from us, by the way, Dresden and Rezik? Where they're
No, they're all the way across the
Or
city.
super away.
Way.
I
far.
figured.
Right, well, if we was to take this shipment, would you be coming with it, or is it just the stuff? And will we be getting any payments?
Oh, of course, I would pay you for your shipping costs. It would be 300 gold pieces, plus, obviously, this is short notice, and so there are extra fees associated with that, which would be an extra 100 gold pieces, and I would, of course, pay for all of the taxes and fees associated with it, as you are doing me a huge favor. I have my reputation to uphold, as you know, on this ship.
He was a very
My
good man.
You are helping me out. It is not a matter of good or bad. It is business, you see?
We will relay this information to the rest of our party.
Really quick, remind me again. You said wood and metal and other just random objects.
Tools.
Just normal everyday stuff.
Tools and lamp oils. It is
Lamp
something
oils.
They do not have much of there, so they import
This-
lots of lamp oils. But nails and tools and
Flammable.
such. Especially,
So nothing illegal?
Especially guarding. No, we do not deal. We have the Sapphire Group. We, again,
So if
reputation.
somebody
We gotta-
boards us and checks what we have, our cargo, we won't get in trouble.
Who would be boarding your ship?
The Navy.
The Navy.
I mean,
Look, Adghorad is a free city. They
things
will
have
check
happened.
things- They will check things when they leave the city and the ports and the check stations, but they do not check the boats themselves. You know? This is a free city. They have a certain amount of trust, mutual trust in the city. And that is why my reputation is so important. I would not try and hurt that reputation with something so small. And yet, if I was trying to transfer illegal cargo, I think giving it to people at random would seem volatile, no?
Chaos.
Yeah.
crazy or genius. I'm not sure.
Well, if you do not care about if the cargo gets there or not, I suppose.
How many tons of cargo would you say we're going to be shipping?
Well, it'll be a little over a ton of tools and lamps and such.
A little over a ton, so okay. 300. Oh wait, team huddle again. Team huddle. Okay. A ton of
Standing
gear.
right there. I don't know.
Yeah,
this is-
sure. Where was it's away? Let's move away a little bit. Let's move like
This
you know.
is not.
It's a 60-foot ship. We can travel a little bit of ways.
Oh.
Okay. A ton of cargo, but he's only offering 400 gold. Do we think he should pay at least a gold per
I think
pound?
we should go talk to the group. And then
How many
if he's
fives
still
is
here-
400?
I don't math. Yeah.
I don't know how much that is. Is it
It's-
a lot?
About a
It's a lot.
jar full of honey.
A whole jar of honey? How big is the jar?
I don't know. Take one out. You have the jars. I assume they're like. I'm
It's
just
a normal mason jar, right?
coming up with
I feel like a
stuff.
normal mason jar.
Just fill that up with gold coins, and that's how much.
That would be so heavy.
So should
Okay.
we go talk
So
to
let's
the
go
group
talk to
and
Dresden.
negotiate if we have to?
Confirm all of this, and we have till the night to give him an answer, so we can talk about pricing too. So
Dresden.
I don't know,
Back-
because and the other people who weren't here too. Ander, he's coming along as well. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Mostly
Sorry,
just
now you
concerned
know.
about Dresden. He gets
Yeah.
pretty grumpy if you don't feed him his.
Yeah, we don't want another one of those
Grape nuts.
talks by the fire again about
Yeah,
how
where were
to
you guys
operate our lives.
That's true. That's true.
We all have roles to play. Nah, nah, nah.
Can you shoot an arrow? How far did that go? We don't need to fight so close. Not everyone has long range fighting, Dresden.
Well. We all have roles to play, but I'm too afraid to play mine. Even though everyone knows I have the most experience as a leader, but I'm just gonna. Oh no, my walls are too high. I can't possibly be a leader, even though that's the only role that I'm probably the best to fill.
Rezik, are your
Zartok.
ears burning?
Yeah. Dresden sneezes over and over again.
I missed the group so much though. I wonder if they're okay.
I hope they're fine. I'm sure they're fine.
Zartok, we'll give you an answer tonight, and I just shake
They're
his
also
hand.
nice.
Thank you. I will be on the docks all night, so please just come anytime. To
Oh,
the
great.
docks.
Glad to know you'll be here tonight. Good.
He smiles,
How many hours?
nods.
What? It's middle of the day right now.
It's
Roughly?
early in the morning.
Early. Okay.
Because you got that letter
Honey,
like right in the beginning of the morning, and then you rushed off to the boat. So it's maybe 10 or 11 o'clock.
All right.
That's early morning for me. I just want everyone
Got
to know. I
it.
realized I said early morning, and I was like,
It's relative.
it's like 10 o'clock.
Yikes.
Early, late morning. Perfect.
All right. So what else should we do here? Go ahead.
Are we going back?
Yeah.
Okay, so
On the
you
way
head
back, I want to find like a bakery, just get some breakfast pastries for everyone.
Yeah, and you know that there's a bunch of places that serve hot bread. The Perfect Fifth isn't even too far away. You could go there. That's near where you guys are staying, or you could head to the Crimson Buck, which had that bakery with all the different oat wheat things. Even though the Perfect Fifth buys their bread.
That's
You what?
that's where I became homies with the guy who was selling it, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
go back there and just
Okay.
we don't have to like do it.
You head out there and he sees you instantly. And it's just like, ugh.
Okay.
He sighs a little bit knowingly. Are you gonna come around again and give him a hug? Like
Oh
you
yeah, I'm
normally
gonna give him a big ol'
do? So you
hug.
give him a big hug, and it's strange. His reaction is resigned, but a little warmer, almost like.
Oh.
Eh.
Like real life.
Puts a little bit of bread into puts a couple pieces of bread onto a tray, thin piece of parchment tray, and he just hands it off to you.
Thank you.
And I don't know how much to give him, so I just
And
take
he just
like
waves you off. You start going for your coins, and he waves you off.
Can I hand him a jar of jam?
Jam.
Healthy jam. No, not poison jam. What the heck? Of normal jam. We have like 40 of these bottles of jam.
We have a
He
lot.
did not poison all 40 of these bottles of jam.
That's true.
So he looks
I
at
have
it.
a normal jam still. I think we only poisoned like 5 out
Just
of
5.
the literal 20 that we had. 30?
Our bad.
No, we
our
had
bad.
we started with 50,
Yeah.
and we've used several. So my guess is maybe around 40 now.
Yeah, it was 2 copper pieces
Yes.
per jar of jam, and you guys decided to spend a gold in jars of jam.
I know.
So yeah,
Kel,
you
I
guys
should-
go
I
and
know.
he
Kel,
smiles.
I should know. Kel, I
He smiles, thanks you for the jam, puts it on the table for later.
Okay.
And yeah,
Okay,
you
right
have a big thing of baguettes. Yeah. The rest of you guys, you head back. Pup is quick, so Pup makes it back about the same time as you. And you guys are all there. Camden's still kind of like just experiencing life for the first time, it seems. Quite a blank slate, just making grooves on his brain.
Hello.
Guys, making progress.
Yeah.
You know what we need? We need one of those. It's like a piece of wood with like a triangle and a circle and a square on it.
Oh
you know?
yeah, that would be
Like
great.
a-
Yeah, it's perfect.
Put the shape blocks in there, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it's like little learning tools. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that'd be
Yeah.
wonderful.
It's like sight words.
If only we had wood.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys.
We could.
Oh hi, hey, hey, how's it going?
I
Good.
got
Oh,
snacks
Oh, wow.
yay!
fresh out the oven.
You beat Fritz back. Fitz back. That's great.
Yeah, and Kelwise, you have some locks left over from last night's feast.
I could
Oh,
pull out
yeah,
a jar of
Fitz was-
honey.
How's the
Meaning fish? Locks or fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
locks.
locks.
Yeah.
Locks and bagels. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
LOX.
was like, oh no, did I say something stupid? I usually do.
Wow.
My mind did not go to there. Yeah.
Like locks of hair?
How are like
Or those
I'm
kinds
like
of locks. Oh wow.
how are
there's a lot.
locks
Who's
gonna help
hungry?
us?
Yeah. Cornelia is now bald.
Extra
You have
flavor.
locks aplenty.
Why me?
Because
how's
of all the
the,
mischief. That's why you.
How's the
Hold her down.
ship?
Ah,
Well,
That's beautiful.
we've potentially got us a job on the way
Ship
to
energy.
well, we
yeah,
don't
it's a
have a
double whammy.
job.
What's the job?
On our way to Caravella. You know the gent who Zartok, who took us with the primer hooves up to get the package.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that good buds
Nice
kid.
fellow. He was on the docks and lost his shipper for his next big haul of goods, and asked if we could take it to Caravella town on our
Oh.
way to our destination. But we wanted to check with you all first.
He said he asked you to take it to Seashell Daye.
Oh, Seashell Day on the
your
way
way
to
to
Caravella.
Caravella town, yeah.
Apologies.
Seashell of it. I mean, seashell of a day. Yes.
Do we need a?
Seashell Bidet.
A day.
Viday.
We're-
V-I.
A day.
Yeah,
Bidet.
for scrubbing your ass. I
Seashell
get it.
Bidet.
Yeah, the three
Bidet.
seashells. We know.
Since
Yeah.
Spanish was my first language.
Seychelles
These, like,
beaches.
it's a lot.
So, are we gonna need a different
So much regret.
contract, or will we get destroyed if we do that sort of thing in this town?
Oh, that's a great question.
Well, he had said
Well,
he would pay for all the taxes and the
Yeah.
legal fees that when we're out with it.
Oh, okay. Well then, cool.
He did say he would pay for all the taxes and the legal fees, so at least there was that. Said it was about a
He's got
ton
that
of cargo, random stuff, a lot of lamp oil, flammable things on a boat. About 1,000 pounds worth. No, 1,000. What's a ton? 2,000? 2,000 pounds worth of stuff. But he only wanted to offer us about 400 gold for it.
I
don't know if that's good or not.
Nothing to scoff
Is that-
at, right? That's pretty good.
I mean, is
I
it?
mean,
I
you're the-
thought it sounded
you're-
good.
You're the shipman, right?
I don't.
Is it-
I've
The
Doesn't
good.
know
You've been
about
with me.
trade.
literally on every boat I've ever been on. You've been there.
Yeah, you can literally dip your fingers in the water and make it move. I figured that imparts something.
Not exactly.
Not
It's
how
not.
to trade
Well,
goods.
hey,
And the...
Why doesn't someone run by Captain Tide? See.
Didn't we
He's
kill
there.
him?
Oh, not him. Yeah, we did. We killed him. We killed him.
Captain Tide. Captain Tide.
Tied, we didn't.
We didn't kill
That's
Captain Tide.
Riptide.
Yeah. Captain Tide is the Goliath.
Oh,
and Captain
oh.
Seafloor
He was
is
out on
Captain
a-
Seafloor, Captain
He was out on
Seafloor.
a family vacation.
Yeah.
Fuck Captain Seafloor. Well, he could be back. I don't know. He might have an idea if that's a good raid or not.
It was a couple
Um,
weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know how long he was on vacation. We know where he lives. We could swing by there. Otherwise, like I was
Maybe
saying,
we'll get the next door neighbor
we might
again.
want to be laying low for a bit. So
Well, can
Oh.
we also ask Targan? I'm really bad at names, guys. Unless I'm singing them, I don't know them.
I don't know if Dargan's going to be able to help us necessarily.
But he works. He worked signing people in. He knows about the trade of the city and whatnot.
We
Maybe.
might want to give Thogan a wide berth for like a few days.
That's sort of the
something,
thing.
you know,
Is
just-
like we came into town with him. We were like maybe scoping out a hideout house and a hideout house that floats and away. It's even better.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, if we
yes.
need to lay low,
Yeah.
that's a good way to do it.
You mean we
'Cause
did
there's
all
still-
that practicing for nothing?
Not yet. No. There's yeah.
Wait,
We
There's
got
no getting
handed a
around that.
boat.
Yeah, that was for nothing.
Well, I'd say, you know, if this chap is willing to pay for all the taxes and stuff, and it's 400 gold just to deliver some random, you know, equipment, it should be worth it. Do we know if Seashell Daye is like safe to travel to, or if it's like kind of rougher, or?
He did
He
say it's in a
said-
place called the Savage Coast, but it's not so savage anymore.
Because there's
Yeah, he
humans.
said it's settled by regular humans now.
Oh, okay, great. Then yeah, we should be fine, right?
I mean, some of us are regular humans, and we fuck shit up regularly.
Yeah.
Look, we
true.
don't have to do it. He said he'd find someone else.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying don't do it. Is the ship ready to go? Is it have all the sails and all the supplies and food and water and I don't know,
No.
hard tack, whatever you.
Do we need a crew?
Yeah. How many crew do you need?
I'd hate to tell you, yeah, I think you guys are the crew. But we only need 4, which is pretty good. It's not too bad, and there are a plenty of us. We've
Well,
added
you,
on a few recently, so.
So
you and
do you,
Slug and 2 more.
Oh yeah, Slug. Forgot. We've got a first mate.
There's a Slug on board.
No, he's
Yeah.
a man. Named Slug.
Oh, a man slug.
Man Slug.
That's cool.
Yes,
Nice.
and he knows at least some things about the ship.
Well, do you know who's the captain? Are you the captain?
Yes.
Do you feel
I-
confident taking this ship out with all of us on board that you won't kill us?
Confident?
Okay.
Or
yeah.
capable?
Look at that
Imagine,
grin.
like,
Look at that grin. You see Fitz with like cheese and bread. Standing
Oh,
there.
you're back.
That's
Thanks,
not a very
bud.
confident smile, Killwise.
yeah, it's not. And also imagine Kelwise, it's a long journey, so it could be like a thunderstorm. Do you think we can actually, handle that?
Do we need to hire people?
No. It'll be fine. I think we'll be okay. And if we're not,
Insight check Kelwise right now. He sounds like he's lying.
He sounds,
think-
he sounds like he's lying badly.
You calling
I'm
me a liar? Well, I ain't
trying to
calling
give
you
genuine
a truther.
assessments. I don't realistically know if it's going to be okay or not. We're gonna get out there in the water, and the boat looks fine. I mean, the boat's
hire
okay.
a crew. Maybe we should just think about hiring, maybe getting a crew, possibly. Right?
I have no idea.
Okay. Let's think back on people that we've met who could potentially be a crew, and remember why we don't want to do that.
Inkson.
Oh no, God no! I'd rather drown.
You guys remember Seafloor?
Yeah, he was.
Dead.
Ooh, yeah.
He did.
Oof.
Yeah,
He got ripped in two.
he died.
Well, that's true though. If Captain Tide is maybe just still on vacation, we can go see if maybe Frogrick or Paulette or Merman are
Absolutely not.
available.
Absolutely
No,
not.
okay. All right.
Rezek, please don't make me commit violence in front of the fragile mind of Camden.
And so that's what I've been
of
trying to
course.
say. I think we've got the crew. Do we all have our sea legs? Not so sure. We're just gonna have to figure it out as we go.
Killwise, I read books. I
Read
can't
a
do
book
that.
about sailing.
Yeah, that's actually a great idea. Maybe read a book or two about sailing, like really
Just
quick.
read a book about
No.
sailing. It'll be fine.
That's actually
Okay.
good. That is
Stay
actually a
up
good
all
idea.
night.
Perhaps
I need to
learn a
buy
lot about sailing.
some like little puzzles
got
for
those
Camden. So
sometimes.
I'll get some puzzles for Camden. I'll get a book about sailing. It'll be perfect. All right, great.
Okay, so we're going sailing. Is there anything else we need to tie up in town, or is there any other of the 10,000 leads
Supplies.
we've got? Supplies.
You did mention supplies. We're gonna need a lot of supplies. I don't know how much.
Dude.
Well, the
I don't know how
Duckmaster
long
should
it's
be
gonna
able
take to
handle
go a
that,
few
right?
hundred miles.
Well, how fast does the ship go?
Wind?
Not how fast? Like, oh,
Knots? I
my
don't
God.
know.
We're going to
You're really asking the wrong person here. Again,
You're the only one with sailing experience.
you were there.
No, you had special lessons.
Okay, what about your brother?
Yeah, remember like. Oh yeah, that's true.
I mean, he's gonna be really good at catching fish, but
And he's
he doesn't-
he just kind of wakes up on the side. He was like out in a boost sleep.
Hey, you, how much you know about sailing?
I know everything there is to know about sailing. Why?
Okay, so
Okay.
we're doomed. Are you kidding?
yeah,
Can I?
he's lying.
Yeah, I don't know anything about sailing. I could learn though.
Okay, did you guys just
Look,
go fishing
Look,
from the?
let's just figure it out as we go, right? Right? Kelwise, you with me? We got
That's
this.
what I'm saying. We'll
What are we
figure it
talking
out
about?
as we
Not
go.
exactly what are we talking
It'll be
about? We got
fine.
this. We got this, but what are we talking
We're talking about getting in a boat and sailing from here hundreds of miles to the south to a new location and maybe doing some deliveries on the way. It's going to be fine.
Done. Let's do it.
See? That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna
Guys.
put a hand on Air Karate and ask if she knows anything about sailing.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
that's
god!
true.
Yeah, she's half
Sailing.
fish, more than half fish.
Sailing. Well, my kind didn't
Like-
sail much.
Is that racist?
Tended to stay to an island. She resembles more of what you'd think of a dragonfly than a fish, even though she has those big fins on her.
What? I was.
Yeah.
You're a fish person, right? You
Looked
can-
like a fish.
Yeah.
Well, she has those big
I was told
fins.
she would be hot.
I mean, you said it was a picture, and she was pretty hot in that picture. So, and kind of a fish person.
That was the
Inspiration.
inspiration picture, okay?
Oh,
Rather than
by the way, Fitz, you were on the Edenbow boat. Did you learn how
Holy
to
shit,
help on the boat at all?
Do you know how to sail, Fitz?
No. Unfortunately, I mostly learned sword fighting. On the ship.
it could be useful.
I tried to spend most.
I'm gonna go buy a book about sailing. I'll see you in a little while.
Yeah,
Don't
you
sound
find
like
you
me.
find a plethora of books on sailing.
We're gonna die.
There's a book.
Fine.
You find a couple books. A Voyage for Mad Men. A Complete Sailing Manual. You find one called Sailing for Dum Dums. And one of them called 2 Years Before the Mast. Personal Narrative on the Sea.
Okay, I reach for the sailing manual, just kind of like, I'm sure I can handle, and I kind of just go over to the sailing for dum-dums.
Yeah.
I'll
And the
get that. I'll
sailing-
get a like a little like puzzle thing for Camden, like a little like kids puzzle thing for Camden, and also a rapier for Fitz. I'll come back.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
yeah.
you
You
lost the
go and
sword.
purchase all that stuff. The
Right, he
books
lost
themselves are about $1 each. Everything else, whatever it says in the DMG.
Great.
And you find the Sailing for Dummies, or Sailing for Dum Dums, is a very, very like, this is a boat. Boats are things that float on water. It's like literally written for like a 4-year-old, but there's a lot of really great information in there for someone who has no idea. And you've noticed like the Complete Sailing Manual is something that is more about currents and wind patterns and tacking, which you don't even understand what that is. It's much more, it assumes that you know everything in the Sailing for Dum Dum Manual.
Okay, so I'll like Indiana Jones. As I'm leaving, I'll see that it's like not that helpful. Reach back for the other book and then buy it real quick and then leave.
Okay, yeah.
So I'll give that book. I'll give them both a good look over though.
By the middle of the boat, middle of the book, you're like, boats are made of wood. Wood is a thing that grows in forests.
Okay.
Called trees. Yeah. Yeah, and you
Looks
grab
like
all
we can
that
do
stuff.
double duty for Camden.
Yeah. And you come back with all these things. And the rapier you got is not nearly as fancy. The rapier that he had was super fancy. It was a gift from the Eden Boughs, which fits. You can still hear him sniffling at night, holding the guard.
The hilt.
Yeah, of what's left of this burned out rapier, and he cries himself to sleep a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that to him a little later. I'm not gonna give it to him quite yet, but I'll tuck it away for now.
Okay. Yeah, and so you get those books. Calwise, you gonna read those books?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So you Kelwise spends the majority of the day reading through Sailing for Dum Dums. Most of it you know, but some of it you don't. Some stuff about port, starboard, bow, mast, tacking.
Basics.
Yeah. Wood,
Anchors.
water, sink, float. These terms are paramount to sailing, and Sailing for Dum Dums is a great guide. And you know what's nice about the Complete Sailing Manual? Almost is written in a way that tries to be like, oh, I know so much about sailing. It's a little pompous the way it's written. You can tell. Sailing for Dum Dums is very understanding. It
it's like written by someone who's like, I didn't know anything and I had to know. Here it is.
I'm just gonna dog ear some of those pages that seem real important too, like you know how to raise and lower sails and that sort of stuff. In the event we need that information later.
Yeah. It's good. It's good information. It's solid.
Oh, how confident are you feeling?
Much more confident now. I mean, did you know that boats could sink?
Yeah.
Hellwise, roll me a d20, add your survival.
That's 22.
Ooh.
Plus what he got.
You had gotten basic sailing down, holding the mast.
I'm
with
technically an
Captain
intermediate
Riptide.
sailor.
You were a beginner sailor, right? You were starting on intermediate.
I went way over 100. I'm into intermediate now. I'm at intermediate, and I've rolled up to 56 in intermediate.
Oh, okay. Well, 56 plus, what did you say, 22?
22.
So you're
I know
well
some
on your
things.
way to becoming, working on being an intermediate sailor, and you learn a lot of good stuff here.
Yeah,
So
78.
So the only
you're working on it. It's a
only
long process,
concern
but it's nice.
that I have is that if we hire someone to come with us, they could easily be, a plant. That might sound a little crazy.
No. I mean, at this point, we definitely should all be paranoid.
But I think if we're gonna make a getaway, I think we should make a brisk and clean one. You know what I mean?
What if Slug's a plant?
I mean, if Slug's a plant, well, at least there's just one of them, right? How burly was he? Can I kill him?
He didn't seem very bright.
It could be.
Yeah.
I thought he was really smart. He knew how to count forever.
That's true. I forgot about that. Sorry.
Yeah. Either way, I think he's probably unavoidable, right?
Yeah.
He comes with the boat.
Yeah.
He's very passionate.
At least we're not.
I think we need to have at least one person that could also help.
Random people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It also, what do we have for accommodations on there?
We have a single cot and a very large storage area underneath the deck.
Okay. Well, maybe we could fashion a little bit of a room down there if we're.
Yeah, we should have about half the space available, roughly.
Okay. All right. Sling up some hammocks or something, right?
Pup already called the topsail, I think.
Yeah, I already
something.
called my room.
Some
I really wanted
jargon I
that.
read about
All right,
in this
well-
book.
Well, should have been there. Well, no, because you had to be here. That's understandable. No, I take it back. Do you want it?
No.
You really want it? I
it's
can give it
fine.
to you because you were doing something way
You know
more
what?
important.
You know what? We're friends, and I want you to have it, please.
You share it every other night. Every other 2 nights. You can have
shouldn't say
it
anything.
once a week. You can have it every other weekend.
Great. Yes. Yeah, every other weekend. Great.
He's stolen.
Thank you.
I saw the deal. Maybe when we get to a place where wood's a little cheaper, we can make some cabins below deck for us, right?
That's pretty smart.
Right? Okay. Yeah. Well, if we're gonna do this, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
I'll
go.
go. I was gonna say I'll go ink the deal. Maybe everyone go get supplies. We're gonna need food. We're gonna need water.
Honey.
Great.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Talk to the harbor master too, because he could probably load some water and some barrels and whatnot onto the ship, right?
Yeah. We should ask if anyone knows how many days sailing it's supposed to be to get there.
We're gonna fucking
Yes.
die.
I should know that from the book. How many miles can we travel in a day? I'm sure the book had that information, right? Like on an average.
The
How far a boat? I have no idea.
You find a boat that looks similar into that advanced book of sailing. You assume your boat is somewhere in the sloop class of ships. Sloops can generally move about 3 miles an hour, and with a good tailwind can move about 72 miles a day.
I'm a
And you said
little.
this place was hundreds of miles away.
It was a few hundred miles away.
Okay, cool.
So it's what, a
I'm
few
a little
days?
cash-
time?
Several days.
Yeah. Good.
Okay. Well, we could always get an advance from
Yeah.
Zartok, right?
Mm-hmm.
For provisions.
Yeah, it's smart.
Exactly.
I mean,
Get
is
some
it just
hammocks.
me or is Cornelia becoming a co?
It is. It
Like,
really
we
is.
have- We have a ship. It's kinda
And we
weird.
have a big pack now. This is a lot of people. So we're definitely a company.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get on it, right? Talk to the harbor master, see what sort of provisions we need, what that's going to cost. Maybe talk to Zartok, ink that, and see if we can get maybe half in advance. What do you think?
Half in advance. Let's try it.
Cornelia, go.
Yeah, hands in.
Hands in.
We're doing it.
1, 2, 3, Cornelia, go.
There
There
you go.
you go.
I really hope the
Yeah.
wildling was just on top of that and just like went flying into the air.
God, is anyone fit? Okay. Is there anything else we need? Are we gonna need to arm this ship?
Oh, maybe eventually.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
one of the
I
things
think
you'd read
cash-
is
cash flow.
sloops come in different sizes, and the one that you got is a cargo sloop, not a war sloop. A sloop of war, as they call it. And sloops of war tend to have very small cargo holds, but that's because they can hold the weight of cannons and they're better balanced. This thing probably couldn't even hold a single cannon just in the way it's built. You might be able to there's some things about mounted like slings or even hand cannons that shoot something called grape shot, but nothing like a standardized cannon would probably fit on your ship, just because any place you put it would start tipping the boat one way or the other, making it hard to steer.
Yeah, I mean that sounds
Yeah.
expensive. I just meant like pikes and stuff.
Yeah. We
Like
can
long
fashion.
sticks, you know.
Once we find a place with wood.
Yeah. Once again, wood.
I mean, we can always go harvest some ships that are stuck in the strait.
No.
You know, not too
Yeah,
far. Okay.
absolutely
Yeah,
not.
it's probably
No.
a bad idea. You're probably right.
We went there once. Okay. Anybody else have anything? I hate it when you all look at me like this. Too.
I have some errands that actually I need to go run, and I'll meet back up with you guys.
Okay. Shall we meet at the ship?
Do you want?
Yeah, we can
Want
meet.
to come join me?
No, I'm good.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's
We'll meet at the
break.
ship.
If I get lost,
Where?
you know where to find me.
Where are we right now? Are we
Fine.
at the?
quite literally.
Yeah.
Are we at the perfect fifth right now, or where are we?
No, you guys
No,
are
we're
actually
at
in
the
your
room.
The room, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Rez, shall we start getting Camden down to the ship then?
Yes, of course. Definitely. And I'll just very gently help Camden out of bed.
And
Make sure
Camden-
he's all kind of.
Seems
Okay.
Well, he's still weak. He seems able. He stands up and ready to follow you guys. It's kind of seems like he doesn't understand, but he's willing. He's not being obstinate towards you at all.
Worst case, we tie a rope
Great.
to him, right?
Yeah.
Then he just follows you wherever you go, Rezik.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, we go to the
Better
boat.
than that.
Okay, so you guys are
Thank-
headed to
thank
the
you
boat.
very much.
Who's not going to the boat? Pup, you had some errands you wanted to run.
I just have some stuff that I want to get. We don't have to do the whole thing. Want me to just give you a list?
You're just buying some stuff. Yeah, if you're just buying a few things, then
Oh,
that's
I need
fine.
to buy
Okay. Yeah.
studded
you can probably buy
armor,
supplies. Okay.
Oh, I need to buy
Yeah.
something too.
as
Okay.
previously discussed.
Yeah, and if it's in the
Nice.
DMG, this town
Oh,
has
everyone's
basically
buying?
everything. So anything that's in
I need to
the,
buy
in
a
the
sword.
anything that's in
PHP.
the PHP, yeah, sorry. Anything that's in the PHP, you guys can just find. You'll find in town easily. So you can just buy that. If it's anything not in the PHP, we can figure that out too.
Forgive me for not knowing, are ball bearings in the player's handbook before I
They
go
are.
grab it? Okay, great. Then I'll look that up and I'll get some.
Cool. I went shopping too.
How much is my studded armor? Or my studded?
I don't know. I saw this.
All right, studded armor. Studded armor is 45 gold.
40.
And again, you guys can just look all this stuff
Page
up.
145.
145 gold.
Oof.
I
they're all
want to
buying
stop
house
in. Oh,
Oh, go ahead.
I'll-
Go ahead.
I just wanted to stop in and check for any messages too at Perfect Fifth for
Oh.
Cornelia Co. Someday
Yeah,
there's
you
gonna
ask.
be one.
You ask, and the bartender's, no messages for you. Were you expecting someone?
No. Thanks though.
Okay.
And I'll scuttle
Well-
off.
Well, if I get any messages or anyone whispers your name, I'll be sure and tell you. All right.
Actually, just
And,
so I can stay sane, before we leave the city, the night before, I wanted to ask the cleric if we could possibly heal Cornelia's eye. Is that even possible, or is it not
Yeah,
possible?
so
We
you,
don't have to, like, roleplay, I just
You,
wanna
you
know.
would go over. You went to that hospital of sorts, more like a clinic, and you talked to the clerics there, and they seemed much more. They're more like surgeons than clerics. They do use healing spells to close wounds and treat people when they do surgeries, but something like restoring a lost limb or a missing eye or something seemed well beyond their capabilities. It's not even that they wanted to. It was out of your price range. It was just out of their capabilities. Period.
Cool.
You had
That's
heard
but
of
if I
stuff,
hadn't
though.
asked that question, I would have felt horrible. So I'm
Well,
glad that I know the
you had
answer.
heard about that stuff. There's the Grand Church of the Goddess Mayan, which is a huge church in Capital City, right there in the the Lamp Mist district. And
Yes,
you
designed
had-
by Marcellinus Capre. I know about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Famous architect. And you had heard of the amazing healing powers of the priests of the goddess Mayan there. But you had never seen anything like that, and it was more of myth and legend than actual hard evidence or proof, because you had never seen anyone grow back a limb. But it was more
Okay.
like, there was a man in a wheelchair, and on stage, he was touched, and he stood and he walked down the stairs. That kind of story that was more of, hearsay back and forth. At least
Gotcha.
amongst the commission guards.
Sorry, I've had that
Yeah.
Marcellinus Capre note on a post-it over here since the beginning of the campaign. So I wanted to say it at least at one point.
Okay, yeah.
So now I've said it.
Famous
Check.
architect and artist.
So
Anything else?
None of the stuff I want is in the player's handbook.
Okay. Well, what are you looking
Very
for?
specific things.
What are you looking for?
Okay, so it's like I have a list.
Okay.
I want
Let's
to
do
get
this.
a skipper hat, like a really nice
Skipper hat.
hat.
Okay, like a nice
want
hat
to-
Nice.
would be.
Yeah.
If it's nice material, it'd probably be around a gold piece.
I want to be like right on the edge of comical looking, but still suave.
Suave. Yeah. So like almost a big feather, similar to that.
Oh no.
Because you guys had those costumes for the Founders Ball, and you had seen some of those
Yeah.
costumes had big ostentatious feathers and such flowing, like big peacock feathers almost. So you find a long pointed hat with a big feather
Wonderful.
inside. for about
And
one
then I
gold.
want to get a kind of like they have like boxes of socks, like a box of miscellaneous socks.
Boxes of
Yeah.
socks. Not
So
really. I mean,
or
you
and
go-
just pick up like a bunch of different.
You
sets
could go to the
stuffs.
used. Yeah, you could go to the used
Yeah.
clothing store and just grab a bunch of socks.
Great.
And that would probably be
Great.
about a silver piece for all those used socks.
So
There's
grab
like a
gold and
box of like
silver.
crazy socks.
Yeah. Okay, and then I also wanted to see if there's like a music store that has different straps
Oh.
Straps.
Mhm.
You
for
could find.
like an instrument.
Yeah, nothing that
Maybe
specific.
one flames.
But there are leather workers who have
Mm-hmm.
stores and shops, and they have leather straps that you could fashion and they could easily fashion in all kinds of different ways. They could bevel and things like that on
Can
the
I
spot.
see if they could do one and bevel it with like flames?
Like a custom job? If it would be
Because it's
quick.
not like it's like bevel. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. It would be about a gold piece to do some kind of custom work, especially with expediency. I mean, because you need them to do it like right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, for about a gold piece, you could get a fine leather strap with flames on it.
Great. And then do they also have like leather-bound notebooks?
Notebooks. They have leather cases that you can put books in.
Great. I want to
Books
get
themselves, yeah.
I want to get a leather cover, and I want to ask them to customize it also. Real
Okay.
easy job.
Right.
I want them to write the word feelings on it.
Feelings.
Feelings
Yeah.
journal. Feelings journal.
Okay, yeah, easily.
Uh-oh.
The leather satchel itself. Where is it?
Man.
The leather pouch itself is about 2 gold pieces, and then the embroidery will be another gold on that.
Great. Wait. Okay,
So all in all,
six-
that would be 4 gold pieces for the strap and the bag, 1 gold piece for the hat, and then 1 silver for the socks. So 5
great.
gold and 1 silver.
5 gold, 1 silver. Okay. And then this is the gold hand. This is the silver hand. And
Okay.
then from there, wait, does that come with the notebook or no?
It does not come with a notebook.
Okay, I need to get a notebook.
So a book, just a blank book.
A blank book, and then maybe like some type of writing utensil.
Yeah, so a blank book, a nice blank book, is pretty expensive. It's around 10 gold pieces for like fine pressed book, cover, everything. And then the writing implements, the ink itself is pretty expensive.
You know that I have like inks and stuff, by the way. Just
Yeah, but
FYI.
I want a special writing implement.
An ink
Okay.
pen,
Mhm.
the pen itself is only a couple copper pieces. It's easy.
Okay.
It's cheap. The ink itself is 10 gold for one like vial. It's a bottle of
Pup doesn't know any better about how much things cost, so I'm just gonna
Oh.
get it.
So yeah, that would be another 25 gold for the book. The clear,
So
pristine. It's a nice book too. It's been hard covered and everything.
so it was 25 gold total, 1 silver.
Total it would be 35 or 30 gold. 30 gold, 1 silver.
30, 31. Okay. And then I want to
Writing this
get
down.
really like a big thing of paint that is used on wood.
Paint.
That could be used on wood, like wood lacquer paint stuff for wood.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of that in this town, and it's
I want like
it's
a big.
common.
I want like buckets. Of
Yeah, it's a common thing to get big buckets of paint just because there's so many ships that come through and need to be repaired. So something like that would be maybe 5 gold
Great.
for
And I
5
want, like-
buckets of like 5
want, like,
big
I want like
buckets
a
of-
rainbow. I want red. I want red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple.
Okay, 6 gold.
With
One
actually
gold.
white and black. 8.
Okay, 8 gold. 8 more gold for those.
Okay.
So 38
Really,
gold.
I could have just done the
1
primary
silver,
colors, let him
2
do
copper.
it, but Pup's
Yeah.
stupid.
Big tubs of this sealant
You have the.
paint.
I lost count. Sorry, that was 30 gold, 1 silver.
It's 38 gold, 1
No,
silver.
38 gold, 1 silver.
Technically 2 copper for the pen, but they threw the pen in. Let's not do that.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else you're looking for?
And then
Free pen.
I want to look for a really nice, like regal looking brooch.
A brooch. All right. Are you looking for? There's
Yeah,
there's
go ahead.
metal craft made of, irons and such that are still nice, but they're not lightweight. They're not made of this shimmering material. So you could get a decorative iron brooch that works and clasps and holds your cloak on for relatively cheap, maybe a gold or so. If you wanted something made of silver or gold or fine stuff, that is upwards of 30 to 40 gold on its own. And even
feel
Pup would
like-
know that's a lot of friendship coins.
Yeah, that's a lot of friendship coins.
that's
But
a
for
lot.
like one small thing, you get back that many friendship coins. Maybe not.
If you just want like a clasp made of gold, it's no design. It's just a decorative clasp.
Mhm.
Something like that would be maybe 20 gold.
I want something more ornamental. So
Ornamental.
can I get an iron one that's like looks really cool, like maybe like a freaking like hawk or something, or a phoenix? I want a phoenix. They have like a phoenix.
There
Looking-
are phoenixes. There's actually a metal.
There
there's
is
a metal.
a specific thing.
There's a metal clasp that looks. It's a shield with a phoenix on it, and you've seen
Great.
this before. It's the Eden Bow. seal.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's so funny. I forgot.
And that's only 1 gold for the. And it's
Yeah, I'm gonna do
pretty
that.
nice. Just
39.
but
39
most people,
gold, 1 silver.
39 gold, 1 silver.
Great, and then I take all this and I come back.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it's just
so you
all
go-
in my bag.
Okay. Yeah. And Pup comes with just giant tubs of paint. The paint you have delivered
Yeah.
to the boat, obviously, because they're in big tubs. Pup comes with a laundry list of stuff. Who else wanted to get stuff? Not in the PHP. No one. Okay.
No,
so you
I'm
guys
the
all...
only piece of
No. That's all good stuff. That's all great stuff.
No, you're fine, yeah.
It's not in the PHP at all.
I asked for metal polish earlier, but I didn't say how much.
Metal
it cost.
polish. Oil for
I
metal
looked.
polish. 2 silver pieces. You can get a oil
Cool.
polish and a rag. And it's enough for a couple months to keep metalware, it's basically oil for any kind of axe, flanged sword.
Well,
Armor.
I want to make my armor all pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
we
your armor,
know.
your armor is like real nice, despite being tinged a little bit here and there. It looks worn, but still a very, very nice suit of plate mail. And Dresden, you would know a plate mail itself, just by itself, is 1,500 gold pieces. But this is ornamented plate mail, which is upwards of 2,000-3,000 gold pieces.
I got a ship on my back.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's why I want to not have it rust or something like that. Because
Okay.
I'm afraid that's what you'll say when we get out to sea. You'll be like, yeah, and that just it's rusted bad. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you don't have to wear it out in the sea. You could bundle it up.
Don't have to wear it. If I'm drowning, I'm drowning. Beautiful.
We could sell it.
So after inking our deal with Zartok, I wanted to go and just get us supplies, food and water, and that sort of thing.
Okay, yeah. Well, we
Someone
can.
else hadn't covered that.
I
Yeah.
would have to figure that out, but it's not super expensive. It's maybe like for water and rations and such. I'll have to look that stuff up later.
Okay.
So I'll
and
get
like
back
at
to you on
least,
that.
probably at least a week. Maybe
I figure, like,
maybe get a
about-
quote for 2 weeks worth of stuff.
2 weeks. Your trip is about 3 days to Seashell Day on the Savage Coast, and then
Yeah.
it's about another 3 days past that. So 2 weeks should be
Let's get
well,
2 weeks.
well more than enough.
Great.
And it's 2 weeks for. He judged your ship, and usually when you supply up, it's for 10 people of sorts. So you've got enough.
Yeah.
And then
We'll
lot
get
to
like a
spare.
few more like hammocks and stuff too, just to make it so we can sleep and stuff.
Yeah, and maybe if you wanted to buy all that extra stuff, ropes and hammocks and things like that, probably another 10 gold would cover all the
Tight.
hammocks and at least basic living necessities to fit this boat out, at least for now, with makeshift
Because
stuff.
he gave us like $200 as like half now, half later kind of deal, right?
Well, when you signed it, he just
For 200
handed
gold.
you the lump sum.
Oh wow.
400
great.
gold up front.
Awesome.
Because he
Great.
Better.
talked to you and you said you weren't coming back. I mean, at least
Yeah.
for right now, there's no reason to
Great.
hand you that, right?
Yeah, we'll figure out the
He
math
trusts
later and
you,
divvy it up.
and it was more of a thing where he talked about, he very pointedly talked
We'll
about.
know each other.
He talked about responsibility, brand, worth, pretty I'm judging you
Some buzzwords.
Please do a good job, right? You represent me and my reputation, and you need to be building a reputation of your own. He used the word reputation a lot. And trust. And he wasn't talking about a tiefling.
That's like 66.5 gold for each of us that are actually players, by the way. FYI.
Yeah.
We're not paying
Great.
fits?
Do we all add that, or are we like pooling it to buy all this extra stuff first?
Yeah.
And then
And Anders is like, I'm not getting paid?
Yeah. And so is everyone else. And the wildling is like, Waititi? And we're like, do you do money? You have no place to put it.
Yes, let's divvy it out to the 7 NPCs we have on board as well. So how much would that be?
So great, they're getting all this money.
Covering your room and board, guys.
No kidding, right?
Yeah, we'll work out a deal with
but
them.
as we're getting ready to get going, I just want to like approach Fitz and just like take a knee and be like, Fitz, I want to present to you your new weapon, and I give him the rapier. It's not as glorious as the one that Rasma gave you, but it's something for now.
When you hand it to him, he takes it, holds it up, tests its balance, puts it back in its sheath, and you see tears in his eyes. Fitz is touched, but like it's like he's been holding back for a very long time, and very awkwardly just walks up and gives you a hug, and you can feel his body almost trembling with your gift.
I hug him right back, and I give him a nice, just like really hearty hug, and I say, boy, you're going to be around with us for quite a while. All right, you're going to need it. And I just really lean into it.
Okay, yeah. And he, in his big, giant ego, can't even look at you guys afterward. His body, you can clearly hear, like... as he's, like, looking away off to the sea, just kind of like...
It's like 3/4 of a hug you got there.
And it's one of those things where it just doesn't... It doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop with him. And, Rezik, you could feel, like, this guy's been under a lot of pressure lately with everything that's been happening in his life, the things that are going on in his head, and you may have touched him in a way that, like, he hasn't felt in a long time. That sounds really bad the way I said it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah. No, I gotcha. Great. That's good. That's very good to hear. Because I've been worried about him. Said he was willing to die in battle, so that was kind of scary. Anyways, so yeah, that's what I did before we leave.
I'm just like polishing my metal.
When I come to
Everyone's so
the
generous.
ship,
Yeah,
I
Pup
just-
walks up to the ship, and there's, like, a bunch of dudes with, like, dollies shoveling all these giant barrels of paint.
It's like in Pretty Woman.
Rezik!
What is going on?
You weren't here when we came to see the ship, and I saw that all the paint in here was chipped, so I thought that maybe you would want to paint something cool.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. What kind of colors do you have here?
Oh,
I just hug Pup. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna get right to work. And I just like start running over to the paint.
and then I take my hat off and I like very aggressively put it on Kelwise's head, and I
okay, Captain!
Aww.
You got me a hat?
A Captain hat!
Yeah, it's a
Look at
nice,
this feather!
nice tricorn hat with a big feather.
Oh,
I'm gonna
wow.
cry.
it's like
Cry.
Pup, thank you.
Yeah. And then trust, I got this for you. For your little Ailey. So that you can play standing and dancing and stuff, because I notice you sit a lot when you play, and I just don't know if you have any, so that way you can dance with us while you play too. Because I don't like dancing alone, I want you to dance with me.
Oh, it's got flames! Thank you!
Yeah.
And I want to crawl onto Pup's shoulders and then you their head.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. And you
then-
crawl and do that, and immediately the wildling jumps onto your shoulders, and so it's just a 3-tiered.
Oh.
I did it!
Yeah. Just like, oh, we're doing this. I'm not missing out. And gives you kind of looks at you, Cornelia, and it's like, is this okay? I'm so sorry.
Then I'll go over
Climbs
to
off.
I'll go over to Fitz. Do you want to stay on my shoulders? As I go over to Fitz? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh.
Then I'll go over to Fitz with his trust on my shoulder still, and I'll hand him the brooch.
Like, I know it's not much, but I see like the really fancy people wearing these a lot, and I don't know if you know about the phoenix, but I don't know a lot, but I know about phoenixes and how they die and then they're reborn into new things, and I feel like you did that because you're a lot less of a jerk than you used to be, and you pee on me a lot less.
That's true. That's very true.
Pup, this is the crest of the Edenbow house. You could have given me no greater gift. Thank you. And he just kind of, again, tears start welling up, turns away.
I just like grab his face and I just smooch him on the forehead in like the most bro way possible. You know, just like the
Yeah, and like a
bastard.
yeah,
Cry
and
quieter.
like a little brother trying to get out of it, just like
Yeah, exactly.
walks off to
And
the edge of the boat.
I just am patting him on the head while he tries to get out of it.
Yeah.
Then I go over to Dresden and I hand him the notebook with the pen.
You know why?
What is?
You know
And then-
why.
And then I look at it.
I'll give him a thumbs up. You can do it.
You can do
Thank
it.
Thank you very much.
Then I take
Very
trust off my
nice.
shoulders and then I grab Cornelia and take her to a corner.
Cornelia,
I hand her like a whole thing, like a whole little satchel of socks.
Cornelia, when everyone's asleep, you have to trade their socks.
You trade them?
People just wake up with different socks on in the morning.
Oh my
I
God.
feel like you're the best person for this job. I don't know. It's something that that Captain taught me when we were on the ship. I stole socks, but now you could trade socks. I think that it's a ship thing. I don't know.
You were stealing socks without me?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't know. He asked me to. You were busy playing ball. But I feel like I think this is a ship thing. So now I'm passing this on to you. You have to trade everyone.
Hey, you took my sock.
Do you want it back?
No, these'll do.
The whole time, Cornelius only had one sock. This entire
Yeah,
last
Eric's
38
oh gosh,
episodes.
what's his name? Riptide.
Riptide.
Captain Tide. Captain Tide had me stealing socks, so now I got her socks to trade socks.
I don't even think I wear socks. But I'll wake up with socks and be confused.
I thought you were gonna ask me to burn these or something silly.
No, this is better.
Or something silly. As
Or
opposed
something
to
silly,
very
yeah. Trading socks
seriously
is much better.
Switching people's socks around while they sleep.
It's like practice for me.
Yeah, right?
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
And
And
give
you see,
Next,
them
Fitz,
hi.
honey.
Fitz has put his brooch on in a certain way that his cloak kind of covers obviously his left arm that's missing, but the brooch just perfectly holds it in that awkward position. He'd always tried to keep his cloak a little to the left, and now with a proper brooch, he can kind of keep it pinned to his shirt so it doesn't slide all over the place.
Nice.
And it looks pretty good,
Shopping,
surprisingly.
shopping.
Yeah, Fitz looks better than he has in a long time. Almost an air of regalness to him as he stands.
Let's not get too full of ourselves.
And that's about
You
when
want to write
Slug
about
comes
that
out.
in your journal?
Slug comes out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is this your crew? Huh?
Here
Who
they
are
are.
you? Who are you?
You've seen most of us, mate.
Yeah, I've seen you. Seen you. You're old news. You're old news. You're yesterday's storm. Who are you? Tall men. Huh? Huh? Got a big old axe.
Me?
You think you're tough? Huh?
I don't think I'm tough, but no. My name's Dresden.
Oh, Dresden, you're the one they say was a crybaby, huh? Saying all those things about you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's not. No, that was
What's
the
that?
stranger.
No,
in the
you
street.
said Dresden. You said Dresden. You said a lot of things.
Yeah, we said.
You said
we
Dresden.
said.
No,
we said
no, no, no.
Dresden.
I have good ears. I have good ears. I heard it. I heard it.
Well, we're gonna have to.
Who exactly said what?
So this is
well, we
Resnick.
can get them
I'm
together.
Resnick Moongrove. Hi. Hello.
Razik Moongrove. What's a Moongrove?
Oh, it's my last name. It's not really a thing. It's just a.
Just a name.
Anyway.
No
this
meaning.
over here is Oh, okay. This over here is Camden, and that's over there is and I kind of just like go down the line and introduce everybody to Slug.
This is your crew.
Yeah.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, and I'm no cream of the crop, as they say.
You know, every
but,
time someone says, I don't mean to be rude, they're about to say something rude.
You don't look like
Yeah,
the
but
most,
it's usually interesting, so let's let him say it.
you don't look like the most efficient crew.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Well,
I'd agree.
efficiency is not our strong point.
We're
but
new.
sheer wit and determination.
Tenacity.
No, that's what I like to hear. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna like yous. Captain, we're gonna have some fun times.
I bought a book.
Fun times, eh?
I don't like the way you're saying that.
Oh, yeah. You don't like it now, but we're gonna have some adventures. Yeah,
No.
out at sea where no one can hear you scream.
I don't.
Why is he? Why is he staring like that?
He wasn't like this yesterday or earlier.
All right. Hey, just playing with you. Just playing with you a little. Just happy
Are
to
you
be out on the seas
bipolar?
again. It's been
Who?
And don't let
many
him
years.
hear the kids.
Many years.
At least a couple
All right,
days.
well, you got your supplies. You got boatload of paint, almost. Literally. And,
Do we have the
you know-
cargo?
yeah. He had some men put it on the ship before you got here.
And presuming he provided us with like a map
A map.
to let us know where we're going, or at least a name of a dock or a port.
I think they
Address.
call it a chart.
Yeah, chart.
Really said we're heading to Seashell for Daye, right?
Yeah. it's
Seashell
correct.
the day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for Daye.
Seashell of the day.
I can't not think of like a shelter using water gun, like a seashell bidet. That's all I see when I hear you say that is shelter using a water gun. Just like
Shelter uses hydro pump and you just blast it off the toilet. Just hit the ceiling, come back down. Oh my god.
Sorry. Anyway, that's been in my head this whole time.
Fair.
Love it.
Continue.
Yes. Yeah.
He kind of looks around. Well, you follow the coast, heading south, you'll hit it. You guys have no map.
I think they're called
Oh, yeah,
charts.
we have a map.
We have a basic map. Hey, do we have a compass on this boat? Is there a compass somewhere?
Compass.
I think
You're
we need to
very
go back to
expensive.
the market for a few things.
Would that not be have been with? That would have been with the supplies that he got, right? He got some of the
Well,
supplies.
We have some things like that. Yeah.
This boat didn't have a compass.
The Pride of
No.
Tantanus didn't have
This-
a compass.
This boat hasn't gone anywhere in many, many years. Like I said,
Do you sell it?
So the compass is broken.
Did it have one?
well,
You're
the previous
what you just
captain
said implies that it
had
had
his
one.
own. When he had his own charts and such, a compass is very, very expensive.
Like how
You know-
expensive?
Maybe upwards of 100 gold pieces for a
It's-
compass.
Oh
It's
my
probably
god.
okay. It's probably okay. Listen, we'll
Oh,
navigate by
God.
daylight. We
Look.
always know what way is west and what way is east, so we can figure the rest out at nighttime.
You
I'd
just
like to just
follow
walk off the
the
ship.
coast.
Just follow the coast.
Going,
So we
we're not going
went
out
all the
to
way
open
up
waters.
to whatever it was called with no compass earlier. We traveled all the way up to the upper.
follow the coast.
And you guys show him the map, and he shows you, he can pinpoint exactly on your map where Seashell Viday is. And it's in this little bay, this inlet. So if you look at the map, it's just you stay
Seashell
with
Bay?
the coast. You keep the coast on your port side, and you'll hit Seashell Viday eventually.
That's our
I
left.
hope
We all know.
stop right before we hit it.
Yes. So you guys start to get everything together on your ship. You get prepared. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you leave?
I'm sure we'll remember right
I
after
forgot
we do.
something so important.
Pray.
Get Ogden.
Yeah.
What'd you
I
forget?
forgot the crow's nest ball.
Oh,
Crowball.
Yeah.
There's not a nest though. It's
There is
a
no nest.
shell.
technically.
Doesn't matter. I forgot the crowbar. I was gonna get a crowbar and I was gonna get fishing bait. Those are the other two things on my list. Can we just retcon and say I got both of those?
Yes, we can.
Great, thank you.
Those are in the handbook.
But those are secret. Those you didn't share with the group yet.
I'll keep them secret.
Yeah.
Keep them safe.
Yeah. Okay, you guys head out to port. This is probably where we're gonna take off for the evening. But when we come back, Kelwise is going to roll a sailing check to see if we can get out of the harbor in one piece.
Could you
And if
imagine
that's
thing?
not a and if that's not a cliffhanger, I don't know what is.
All
As,
right.
the party
it's already
sets out.
it's already pointed the right direction, right? We just need to go straight for a while and then make a left.
Yeah,
Gentle.
well, you need to go, and then you need to pull a turning maneuver, and then cut back around the reef.
Oh, there's a reef, of course.
Yeah, there's a giant
Obviously.
reef
Giant,
out in
jagged.
the bay of
Jagged
Adghorad
reef.
Landing. So you guys set off. You set off onto the waters, and it's scary as that boat leaves the dock. You see sailors, dock workers pulling up ropes and throwing them off as you guys start to leave. And you know it's trial by fire at this point. And you see Slug in the back just kind of looking at all of you. And Slug's an interesting guy. Old, but he just kind of sits in the back. One of his eyes slightly bigger than the other one. Just sitting there, and he's just like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Watching you guys.
They'll see me. I'm like also pulling up a rope, but it ends up just being a rope that was already on the ship. Oh, okay, never mind. All right. And I just keep going around trying to like.
Yeah, and
Slug reminds me of the old guy in Jaws.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. And that is where we'll stop for the evening, and we'll come back next week. But thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for the subs and the follows, and hanging out. We'll be back next week. We'll be back tomorrow if you want to hang out for our rerun. We'll be back next week for more Aventide. Back on Friday with more Ja Rule and Legend of Schmelda 2 Part 3. But until then, please, everyone, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and we will see you next time we see you. Please.
Good
Have a good
night.
night.
Adios.
Bye.
Night.
On to a new
Have
chapter.
a good night, or else.